Well, there's such a big reward offered unto you gentlemen that I thought I might just tag along on your next robbery. Might just turn you into the law.
Naturally. I'll be in the tavern. The air around here stinks anyway. Just like the food. But the month will go fast.
I'm letting you leave, hero. That's so you can tell everybody you've seen what takes place here.
Didn't hear what the bet was.
Your life.
Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the 60th, that's right, 60th anniversary celebration / watch along of the Clint Eastwood Western Classic for a few dollars more. I am your host, Ryan of Van Dyke Quote Channel. And boy, what a celebration this is going to be. 60 years this film has been in existence, and it's insane of how big, how small, and the peaks and valleys that the genre of Westerns has had over the many, many decades. They've been premiered in cinemas and other forms of media around the world. Also joining me on this journey back into the Old West with Clint Eastwood, is a man who really needs no introduction, but then again, maybe he does. He's the Western aficionado. He's the president and CEO of, IMDb or the Armory, IMDb.com, whatever. I don't know what it's called. Austin 316 is in the building. What's up, Austin? Good to see you, man. How are you?
Yes, sir. And I'll show it off. I'll stand up here for just a second. I may be the only person who's ever purchased this T-shirt off of TeePublic, but I have my Lee Van Cleef face T-shirt. So Ryan will be rocking the Clint Eastwood shirt. I'll be rocking the Lee Van Cleef shirt because I love Lee Van Cleef. He's one of my favorite actors, and this is my favorite role of his as Colonel Mortimer here in this one. So Ryan, this is my favorite Western of all time, period. So when you said you were going to do a watch along of this one, I was very, very interested. I love spaghetti Westerns. I love the Eastwood Westerns. But this one, for whatever reason, just clicks with me. So I'll try to explain why as we go along.
Absolutely. And once again, for those, if you are new here to Movie Watch Along, this is how it's going to work. Before we hit the magical button known as play, we're going to give you an opportunity to get to know us just a little bit better. Also, we won't be showing the film here on our screen where you can actually see it on this channel because we want to respect the studios and the copyrights and all that kind of jazz. But you are more than welcome to watch this movie along with us from the comfort of your own home, whether it's on physical media or streaming service. Cue it up to around the 8-10 second mark as the red sun or the red background with the sun coming up on the horizon is coming up. That's where we're going to hit the magical button known as play, but don't hit play yet. But if you have any fun facts, any memories of your favorite Westerns, Western books, Western comics, Western movies starring Eastwood, some that are not starring Eastwood, let us know in the comments, let us know in the chat. Do not forget to like and share this with all of your closest friends. And if you're joining us live or on a replay, we thank you so much for being with us. So, Austin, what was it like for you seeing this movie whenever you saw it? Because clearly none of us were around 60 years.
Yes, I saw it in the cinemas in 1967.
Right. On a re-release.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't know exactly when the first time. I just know I I was getting into westerns, and my dad had shown me a couple of the Eastwood stuff. So we had watched like The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, and Fistful of Dollars, and we had watched at some point for a few dollars more. And I just really clicked with the spaghetti western style more so than like the John Wayne, the Searchers, Rio Bravo, stuff like that. And those are good, solid movies. But what I like about these spaghetti westerns is they have that harder edge to them. They've got the more interesting music. For me, they're a little more violent, a little more gritty. People get into gunfights instead of fist fights. And they just got that, everybody's got scruffy beards and just everybody's kind of a shade of gray. It's not so much like, the guy walking into town and he's the superhero. Like everybody's, kind of got a hard edge to them. And I really appreciate that. So, but this is just one that like the first time I saw it, I just really liked it. I liked the storyline of it and whatnot, and just all the characters. And this is just one I've gone back to kind of over and over and over again. And I will forever contend that this movie, I think, is better paced, a little more entertaining, and overall just a stronger film than The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. I know I'm in the minority on that one, but I find Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, while a great, great movie, has pacing issues, and I think when this one does not. So maybe I can explain it more as we go along, but I think this is a slightly stronger film.
Yeah, I can totally see where you're coming from. And yeah, I didn't see this movie, much less the Dollars trilogy that this film is in fact an installment of, until during lockdown when we were all suffering through the global pandemic at that time. So I did it in order: Fistful of Dollars, and then for a few dollars more in The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. I had seen The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly once before, but I wanted to go back and revisit it. And of the Dollars trilogy, this to me is my favorite installment of the three. I think it's not too slow, not too fast. It's 2 hours and change. So it's not, because The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly is 3 hours. That is a commitment. That is
it's a commitment. I find it not as breezy to watch. I think there are great things about it. I think there are amazing sequences. Obviously, the music is great. The cinematography is great.
Yeah.
It's a great movie. I'm not saying it's not. I just think this middle installment right here, A Fistful of Dollars, you saw Sergio kind of working out the kinks. Like there's some good stuff, that you could see he was like working through. And I think he really kind of perfected it here. And the pacing is great. And I think the characters, I just love the storyline. I think this thing just moves. Like it's like 2 hours and 10 minutes, but it's a quick 2:10. Like this thing just clicks and moves, very, very fast. And I like it.
Yeah, it's very true. So when I was watching it, I really enjoyed it. And then when I watched it again sometime later, I realized, this is actually my favorite of the whole trilogy. Because originally Fistful of Dollars was my favorite, but now going back, because hindsight's 2020, fans. Yeah, for a few dollars more is the better of the three, just in my opinion. But anyway, if you have any questions about this, any fun facts you want to bring up, let us know in the comments, let us know in the chat. We're going to hit the magical button known as play in 3, 2, 1, hit play. Here we go.
All right. We're at the red screen, by the way. Yeah, the red screen, the blood red, and we're fading in.
The sun coming
in. Yeah, we see a guy on a horse off in the distance.
Horse.
And getting a little whistling here.
It's not apes on horses, fans. It's not apes on horses. It's just a guy on a horse.
Just a guy on a horse. No, but what's interesting about this opening is like, you don't know why we're looking at this guy. It kind of is nice and calm. You think it's just gonna, maybe he's going towards the camera and we're gonna meet this fellow, but not really. We're gonna get a little surprise here.
Very true.
And we're just whistling and going about our day. I don't know what this gentleman is, but I'm sure he's just maybe he's just heading to the general store, Ryan. I don't know. He's just heading to go get some butter and some bread, some flour. And and there he goes. Nice little gunshot, and he's down. There goes the horse. But we don't know who shot him. We don't know who this guy is and why. And here we go. Film produced by Alberto Grimaldi. The music is so great in this movie. I think, everybody knows the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly music, but I think this music has made its way a little more ingrained into pop culture as well. If you recall, Ryan, they use a bit of this music in Kick-Ass. If you remember that.
I haven't seen Kick-Ass in a minute.
There's a scene where Hit Girl goes to infiltrate the apartment building at the end, and she goes to the lobby, where she's pretending to just be a little girl with pigtails and like a little suitcase, and she goes to ask for help, and they played this music right here for it because we're gearing up for some action. So kudos to Matthew Vaughn, who's obviously a fan of this movie. Dun, dun, dun. Hey, oh. No, and that's what's great, man. A lot of these spaghetti westerns have this kind of clicky music and it's that twang to it and things like that. And I like that style of music a little more than just kind of your traditional western stuff. I mean, again, some of those John Wayne movies, things like that, are good, but I prefer the edge of these movies. It just has a different feel to it. Yeah.
That's
And
fair point, yeah.
and this movie takes its time. I mean, it's like it takes its time, but it's not boring. I mean, what I like about the opening of this film is that it's really kind of an extended opening where you get like 10 minutes on each character. So we bounce from the three primary characters, and each one gets their own little adventure, mini adventure thing. And that's what's great is by the time you get over with that, you're 30 minutes in the movie and you haven't even checked your watch. You're like, oh my God. But we fully establish the characterizations and the personality of each of the main characters, because in a minute we're going to get Colonel Mortimer's opening, then we're going to get Monco's Eastwood opening, and then we're going to get El Indio's opening, and they each take their time and we establish fully kind of each of these characters and what they're all about.
That's a fair really point. I didn't even think of that, because it's been a minute since I've seen this movie, so this is a bit of a refresher for me too.
Oh, I just watched it again probably 2 months ago actually, so it's pretty fresh in my head. And again, this movie's a top 25 of all time for me. I love this movie.
Top 25.
Oh, dude, I watch this movie 2 or 3 times a year at least.
So you have do you know where you would position this in the top 25? Where do you put it on your list?
It's definitely my favorite Western, so that counts for something. So yeah, I mean, it might be hovering around 20, 22, something like that. Okay. I'd have to look at my actual thing, but
so you put that between 20 and 22, and then Tremors is number 3.
Tremors is number 2.
Number 2. Oh my God.
Aliens is number 1. Tremors is 2. The Mummy's number 3. I know that for
sure.
Yeah, and then I know Jaws is number 5, something like that. Jurassic Park number 10, I think. Who Framed Roger Rabbit's in there, 11 or 12.
Speaking of which, Who Framed Roger Rabbit is free with ads on YouTube right now.
There you go.
Which I watched the first 25 minutes. So I'm at the part where he gets to the ink and paint cafe.
Okay.
Yeah. Figuring out who Jessica Rabbit is.
Yeah.
And then he meets who's the guy not R.K. Maroon, but the guy in the club. What's his name?
Oh, Marvin Acme.
Marvin Acme. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You think that's funny? Oh, it's a panic. Yeah. By the way, nice monkey suit was.
So if you watch this movie and you've seen a bunch of spaghetti westerns, you'll recognize a bunch of the little side Italian actors throughout the movie, because they used a lot of the same dudes. And so here's the thing, because we're getting introduced to Colonel Mortimer here, and that's the great I say Lee Van Cleef. But yeah, Lee Van Cleef was one of those guys who was just sort of a henchman guy, part of the posse in a bunch of westerns. I mean, he did dozens and dozens of westerns. He's in High Noon, with Gary Cooper. He's in The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance. He's in How the West Was Won. A host of stuff. But at this point in his career, he had been out of work for about 3 or 4 years, and he was kind of an alcoholic. He was drinking heavily. He was working as a painter over in Europe. And Sergio Leone had contacted some people to be in this movie, Charles Bronson, Lee Marvin, kind of the usual suspects, and everybody turned him down. And he just saw his picture when, flipping through Western actors, and recognized him and kind of knew him. And when Lee Van Cleef got the call, he thought he was just going to be the same old part of the posse, background guy, whatever. And Sergio actually wanted him for, basically the co-lead of this movie. And he was very surprised. And he loved his presence. He loved his face, that stare he's doing right now, that 1,000-yard stare to this train guy. He just got a great, kind of attitude about him, that badass, personality. And this movie saved his career, Ryan. I mean, his career was kind of going in the toilet, and this movie revived him, and he went on to star over the next 10 years or so in dozens of spaghetti westerns, and it revived his career over in Italy. He became very popular. He made several $1 million. So this movie saved his career, because after this he was in Death Rides a Horse and Take a Hard Ride and The Grand Duel and the Sabata series and all kinds of great stuff after this. So yeah, he went on to become almost a leading man again in these spaghetti westerns.
Wow. By the way, some people have chimed in the chat. Let me see. Bigfoot. I thought Bigfoot was just an urban legend, but apparently it's real. Yeah. Bigfoot says this is a great trilogy of films. Yeah, I would venture to say so. It's pretty good. I mean, like I said, this one's the strongest. Good, the Bad, and the Ugly is pretty good, even though it's hard for me to watch it because it's 3 hours long.
Yeah.
But for a Fistful of Dollars, that's it's a good movie. It's a fun movie, but it's nowhere near as good as this one.
It's a little messy. It's a little sloppy, but again, you see the greatness of
He was
what Sergio did.
experimenting.
Yeah, he's experimenting with the close-ups and the extremes, and like it's got that feel. It's still a very watchable movie, but man, I think this is like the tightest of the trilogy, and it's really fun. But yeah, we're really like, again, this is great because you get this whole sequence just with Mortimer, and like we haven't even met Clint Eastwood yet. He's not even he's the second guy we focus on in the movie, and you get really quickly he's a bounty hunter here. But speaking of Roger Rabbit, he kind of looks like Judge Doom here with that little black thing. It's actually very similar to
part of the
yeah, floppy
Is it a trench
thing.
coat? I think it is.
Sort of. It's like just that overcoat thing, but he looks very much like Judge Doom here with his outfit. Yeah,
that's a fair point.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think. When it was Roger Rabbit 88 or 84?
88. Yeah.
So we got to wait another 3 years before that 40th anniversary kicks off.
Yeah, right.
Long time, Roger Rabbit. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
But it is streaming
on
on
Roger Rabbit shirt for that.
It is. You have a Roger Rabbit shirt?
Of course I do.
Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't happen to have a. I mean, I know you. I think you have other prior commitments next week, but do you have a Dick Tracy shirt?
I used to actually. It wore out. I got too many holes in it, but I did have like a logo Dick Tracy shirt. Yes.
Bummer. But yeah, next week on January 31st, we'll be back for another episode of Movie Watch Along. That'll be our 35th anniversary watch along of Dick Tracy. That's right, Dick Tracy with Warren Beatty, Madonna, and Al Pacino.
Yeah. And
Ryan, the real deal O'Regan, is going to be joining us for that show, so that ought to be fun. Two Ryans don't make it right.
Mortimer just strung on that bartender. He's like, I don't know how to be, as he looks up to the upstairs. He might be up there.
Where is he?
Yeah, looking for
he's up here. He's
ugly gentleman. Yeah. No, I love it. He just does so many badass things in the sequence. Yeah, he knows where he is, and he's just gonna slide the wanted poster under the door.
Oh, because it's the guy he's after. Okay.
It's the guy he's after. Here we go. It's time. And he's smart. He's a very smart character. He steps back because he knows the guy's gonna shoot at the door.
Oh, look, what's that?
Boom, boom, boom. He's not stupid.
Oh, geez.
Just shows again. He's not just a brutish like going guns blazing. Like he's an intelligent guy. Mm-hmm. He's gonna do this kind of strategically. Uh-oh.
He's gonna kick the door in. Oh, he had. Wait a minute.
Lady in the bathtub.
Oh, he bailed.
Sorry, man.
Hey, at least he's respectful.
Yeah. There he goes, trying to run out the door there, jumping down.
Oh, there he is.
Yep. Pardon me, ma'am.
That's it? Pardon me, ma'am, and he just walks out.
Ma'am. Yeah, pardon me, ma'am. Yeah. Homeboy's going to hightail it out of here. He's running.
Oh, my goodness.
But I love that Mortimer's just walking. He knows what he's doing. Yeah, there he goes. Oh, this is one of the big badass moments. Oh, he just flips open this bag. Oh, look at all the weaponry. It's great. Such a badass.
Got 4 of them.
Mm-hmm. Boom. Nails it.
Mm.
Oh, yeah. Look at that stare. What a badass. And I remember the first time I saw this, what he does with the pistol here right after the shot. Boom. Got one, but he's not down yet. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like the angle here though with the guy getting up. He looks like the Grim Reaper or something in the black.
I know, right?
It's great. Just kind of stalking him right here, just in the distance. And see, he's not stupid. He doesn't go running for the hills because, again, he's an intelligent character. He's a military guy, and he knows the range of these weapons. So he knows that dude's not going to hit him from that distance with his revolver. But his revolver with this pistol grip, or rifle grip he just put on there, he's going to pop to the shoulder and bullseye right in the head. Damn. Perfect. Just establishing a total badass right from the get-go. And you know exactly what these guys. He's cold, he's calculated, he's intelligent, he knows what he's doing. Forced to be reckoned with. Ooh, another wanted poster. Baby Red Kavanaugh.
If there's any interest to you, somebody else dropped in to see me about him.
Oh, shit about him, huh? Never seen him before. Manco. And then cue the name and cue Eastwood. And this is how you know it's him because he's got that poncho on. Hit the music. And it's a different, his style is a little different than Mortimer's. He's going to play a few mind games, but he's almost a little more of the go in kind of, just ready for a fight. But he knows he's quicker than everybody. He's a little more badass.
Mm-hmm.
Got to get that. Oh, man, what a shot. Total iconic, man. Light that cigar.
Man, even in the rain, he's still able to manage.
Even in the rain, do what you got to do, man. Gotta smoke that cigar.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Old school saloon.
Mm-hmm.
Have you noticed? I always thought it was weird. These old playing cards that we'll see in a minute don't have numbers on. I was like, how do they know which number it is of the suit? It's like,
that's a valid point.
Mm.
And for those of you just tuning in, this is the 60th anniversary watch along of Clint Eastwood's Western for a few dollars more. Don't forget to like and share this to everyone you know. If you're watching us live or on the replay, thank you for doing that. You're more than welcome to queue up your copy of this movie on physical media or what is known as a streaming service and queue it up to the what mark are we at?
We're about just coming up on the 14-minute mark here, something like that. Yeah, Eastwood is in the saloon hunting down Baby Red Kavanaugh. Yeah, he's at the table. He's playing poker.
There at the table.
Yeah.
Anyway, yes, but yeah, feel free to queue up your copy.
And Eastwood, and Eastwood wasn't a star really in the States yet either. He was becoming a little bit of a star again overseas because he was doing these westerns. Fistful of Dollars have been released in Italy and Europe. So he was starting to break out, but these movies didn't get released until like kind of the late 60s, early 70s, Ryan. So I mean, he didn't really break out until the 70s. And then he would do, obviously Dirty Harry in like 71.
Mm-hmm.
Drifter,
71, yeah.
Yeah, he would really start to break out in the 70s for sure.
Mm-hmm. This Dollars trilogy was just a warm-up.
Yeah. But he still had the presence, man. That's
what I'm saying. Like, he still delivered a badass performance in all three movies, including
this one. No, he carries these for sure. I mean, he's the man. But he wasn't like totally an icon here in the States yet.
Yeah, Sergio believed in him. So.
Yeah. Highly unlikely this deal here, by the way. Homeboy's gonna have 3 kings and he's gonna have like four aces or whatever. Come on. it's like in you watch Casino Royale, Ryan, and how like everybody in that final like deal or whatever at the casino, they all have like full house or better. That is highly unlikely. Like the odds of that are statistically almost impossible. It's like, this guy's got a full house. This guy's got 4 of a kind. This guy's got 2 pair. This guy's got a flush. This guy's got a royal flush. That would like never happen.
He just carries this so well, man. He doesn't even have to do anything. He just looks into the camera, looks at his and the other characters, and it's like, yep, I own you guys, and you just don't know it yet.
Never told me what the bet was for.
Didn't hear what the bet was. Your life.
Uh-oh. That's so badass.
Everyone's like, what?
No. He does a little karate chop in here in these scenes, man. He licks the karate chops. Once she goes down.
Oh my goodness, he took a bit of a tumble down those stairs, didn't he?
Chop right to the back. Judo chop.
So I guess that really does work.
Yeah.
Judo chop. Okay.
It's your choice.
Whatever did, it's your choice. Man. Those are 2 of the best lines in this whole movie. I didn't hear what the bet was. Your life.
Yeah,
it's your choice.
Yeah.
So good, man.
Boom, boom, boom. And he knows he's faster than everybody. I like the detail of the one guy who was only half shaven. He's got half of his beard on, half it
Oh
off.
yeah.
Because they interrupted it right at the barber around the corner. Yeah, he pops those guys. Baby Red. He just pops Baby Red so casually. Oh, he's the man.
Oh man, look at that.
Roll right into the thing and close up on the gun. Great.
Mm.
Perfect.
I like how he's got that that wrist, like that cast or armband thing.
Yeah.
I like that because that's a different look than he had in the other two films.
Right.
I mean, it's a minor thing. It's an accessory on your costume, but at the same time, it makes all the difference.
Yeah. By the way, I was going to see how roughly what $2,000 was because that was what Baby Red was worth.
Mhm.
Like, would it be kind of roughly now? I've got an inflation calculator.
Oh, go ahead. I'm curious
because I find that stuff fascinating. So $2,000, he's cashing in right there. Man, that's like 60 grand. that's a hell of a payday.
That would pay some of my bills right about it.
That's what I mean. Like that's a whole year's work right there. You can live very comfortably on that.
True, that's true.
Yeah, and that's why a lot of these movies, you watch like the Hateful Eight and Daisy Dahmer was worth like 10 grand. I mean, that's like $500,000, something like that. I mean, these guys, they pull that in on a bounty, you can retire on that. And that's what a lot of them would do back in the days. They would retire, just buy a ranch somewhere or something like that and just retire, get one big score like that. Because most of the time, your average bounties back then were like, $200 for this guy for horse rustling, or $500 for one murder or something like that. But really, the big guys were the guys who ran the gangs and robbed massive amounts of stagecoaches and committed big crimes and things like that.
Oh, really?
The menace to society, like El Indio here.
Oh, the menace to society. Yeah, you're right.
El Indio, the guys who ran the big gangs, and
I was thinking of something else.
Yeah, no, not the movie.
Whoops.
But again, here we go, because we're still technically kind of in the opening of this movie. We had our Colonel Mortimer 10-minute opening. We had a nice, comfortable, just long scene with Eastwood there, establishing his style of bounty hunting and what he does. And now we're going to go and see the villain, and we're and we don't really know who this guy is yet. Obviously, he's in jail, but what's cool is, what do we do for a villain? Well, we're going to do the opposite of, apprehending somebody reading the law. We're going to bust out. We're going to break the law, and we're going to have a prison break here.
Exactly.
And he's going to bust him out and see how dangerous, him and his gang are here. So, again, that's what I love about it. Is like they all have their own little time to, we'll get a little bit of Indio's character here, and then we'll go into kind of get to the actual plot of the movie. But you have to figure, if we're establishing the villain here, that he's, you can see where the movie's going. And if you've never seen it, that, you got two big bounty hunters and then you got a kind of a baddie. So you can kind of guess where it's going to go, what he's going to be worth and what we're going to do here. But that's what I mean. Look at the ticker. We're at like 20 minutes. So, I mean, just like that, we've had our two little mini openings and we get another 10 here.
Mm-hmm.
But I love the pacing of it because we take our time, but we keep it moving.
Very, very true.
Very hard to do because you could have movies that are slow burns that don't really do a lot, but we've established a lot already. And there's this gang. Indio's just chilling.
Just chilling.
He knows he's in good hands. And this is Jean Volante. He's an Italian actor, and he was in Fistful of Dollars, so just playing a different character. He played Ramon in that movie.
Oh, nice.
The main baddie of that one. So Sergio brought him back because he liked his presence and his look here. He looks very dangerous. Kind of looks like a serial killer a little bit.
Because he was the bad guy in the first movie.
Yeah, he was bad guy in the first one. Again, he reused a lot of the same people. Again, you go to Good, Bad, and the Ugly. It's the same cast, essentially, just all playing different characters. Lee Van Cleef plays Angel Eyes, the villain of that movie, or one of the villains of that movie. He plays almost a whole different character. And, Eastwood's doing a different thing. His roommate, hasta luego. Kills his roommate.
Because it reminds me of the scene, and this is kind of like a movie within a movie, if you know what I mean. Back to the Future Part 2, Biff's watching a Fistful of Dollars.
Yes.
And he gets to that scene and he gets shot. And he's like, Bulletproof Vest. What a great flick. Great freaking flick. The guy is brilliant.
Yeah. And if you know Westerns, like you've seen a bunch of Eastwood Westerns and John Wayne Westerns, when you go to the third movie, Zemeckis cast a bunch of like those character actor kind of guys.
That's true.
Like the guy who runs the saloon in Back to the Future 3, he's in High Plains Drifter.
Really?
watching a bunch of old. So yeah, those guys, like a lot of the dudes sitting around
Veterans.
laughing at them, are just old like Western veterans.
Must
That
have been old. Hey, what run for fun? What the hell kind of fun is that?
Yeah, no, it's great.
Yeah.
That's what he did. Is Zemeckis paid kind of tribute to a lot of those old school guys, and packed the movie with those character actors. So
And we're going to be talking about that great Western movie known as Back to the Future Part 3 this year, because guess what? Austin turns 35. So you, me, and a few other kind folks are going to be sitting here watching that great Western movie that just happens to have an element of sci-fi in it, and we're going to be celebrating it.
Well, as you know, Ryan, everybody everywhere will say Clint Eastwood is the biggest yellow belly in the West.
What is that, Nikkei? What is this, kind of Asian dog or something?
Clint Eastwood ain't no yellow belly in this movie.
That's right. No, he's not in any movie at all. But
I mean, look at Indio and his gang just systematically just taking out all the guards here. Just boom, boom,
true.
boom.
But at the same time, they kind of throw that on Marty, and Marty's like, "No, Eastwood's not yellow. It's not yellow."
Yeah,
right. Because he says it in the second part of the movie. He says, "Nobody calls me yellow. Let's finish it right now. Not right now, man. Marshall's got our guns. Like I said, we'll finish this tomorrow. Tomorrow we're robbing the Pond City stage. About Monday, we're doing anything Monday. No, we're not doing anything. You can kill them all. I'll be back this way on Monday. Settle this then." I'm telling you, Austin, we're gonna have a lot of fun with that one. It may actually be a quote along that night.
Quote along, just like Batman was. Yeah,
I think Austin.
But what a great transition that was. Just getting back to this one.
Oh yes.
Just the laughing, the head, and immediately back to the face of the actual poster here,
which is the wanted poster.
Yeah, the wanted poster, and then Sergio does one of his classic things here, where he does he loves facial close-ups, as you'll see. Like, he loves his close-ups of people. So we do the back and forth here. He did that a little bit in Fistful of Dollars, but you'll get to hear where it goes boom, 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 back and forth. Mortimer's looking at it. Eastwood's looking at it. Bunko's looking at it.
Like, well, we got $10,000 on the line. Who's going to get it first, right?
Back, forth, staring. Eyes. He loves his eyes as well. That's good stuff.
Oh my gosh. There's a lot of quick transitions there.
And I love, this, we get this little, pocket watch kind of thing with the, the little kind of the music box thing. And they work that into the score later. It's really cool.
It is. It very much is.
You should have killed me when you could. Obviously, so this is, it's not his real voice. It's not John's real voice. He was dubbed over by the same guy in both this and
Oh.
But he didn't speak English, so it was very similar to Temple of Doom, which you did, where they just had to feed him the lines off screen, and he would kind of mimic it. But that's the way in a lot of these Italian westerns.
It's 18 months now. Yeah. Just the time that I was in jail. 18 months.
Yeah, India
is the reward that you got to start raising a family. Yeah, he's pretty serious, man.
No, he's a scary dude, and he
wants payback, man.
Well, and he's an interesting villain too, because he's not like, he does some of the dirty work himself. Sometimes he doesn't. He's very calculated in kind of what he does as well. But he's a scary dude.
Well, he's telling his old partner is telling him to let his family go.
Yeah.
I'm the one you want. Don't worry about anyone else. Just focus on me. So many beards in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
So many beards. Oh, my gosh. Very few, if any, have clean shaven in this movie.
I know.
Showed you it'd be just enough.
Just had his family killed right in front of him, basically, yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oof.
He's a ruthless dude.
That's brutal, man.
And I like, again, a different style here, because Eastwood has a traditional kind of, sidearm down at his hip, he flips the gun around here and there. Indio has the shoulder strap here because, he reaches all the way across.
Mm-hmm.
So it gives everybody a style. And Mortimer is more of the rifle guy, and he can work with a pistol as well, as we'll see. But, everybody has their own style as far as their weaponry as well. So it gives everybody a unique look and everything. When you hear the music finish, begin.
When you hear the music finish, at the chimes end, pick up your gun.
Yeah.
Pick up your gun. It's so intimidating.
awesome though. Like I love the tension that they build up in all these scenes and the use of the music. See, they're working the chime into the score here,
Mm-hmm.
and then it kind of builds with the orchestra. I just think it's beautifully shot right here. I love these angles. You know, he loves to put kind of people just front and center and let the scene breathe. It's not like we have to have constant gunfire and big battles. We do get those in this movie, but he loves his face-offs. He loves his, classic Mexican standoffs here.
Very true.
Kind of like a little fan of the opera there. But he likes to show the sweat on people's faces, the buildup of the tension. Again, the eyes. Indio's got great eyes here and a great stare as well. And you can tell this dude is just out of his element here, that he's facing off with Indio. He's gonna try, but Indio he knows what he's doing. That's Klaus Kinski right there, who we'll see more of later. One of Werner Herzog's actors.
Everyone's just looking back and forth to see who's going to flinch first.
Face, yeah. Indio's not going to flinch. He barely even blinks in the scene. And then we bring the music up, then we bring it back down. And it stops. Boom. And Indio knows what he's doing.
Look at all that blood. No, there's no blood in these movies at all. They just shoot blank. But you can clearly tell it's blanks, too.
Sometimes they have blood. They'll show blood on people's faces after the fact, but it was hard to get away with a lot of blood back then. And they didn't really know how to do a lot of fake blood back then. Even in horror movies of the day, you didn't really see blood. Blood was not really established in the 70s, really.
No, most certainly was not. I'm going for a cigarette.
Yeah, you gotta those hand-rolled cigarettes, yeah.
Which, that's a line from your friendly neighborhood. Boris, what? I thought I posted on the internet. No. Which we're going to be talking more about that later this year with the 30th anniversary of The GOAT, if not one of the absolute best Bond films of all time. GoldenEye turns 30 this year, Austin. Fun fact.
Yeah.
We're going to be sitting here front row center talking about that too.
Yeah, it's been a while there.
Are you a big GoldenEye fan or not really?
It's been a while since I watched it. I like Bond overall. I've seen all of them. I have done the Bond completionist thing. I watched them all along with a podcast a while back. But yeah, I like some of the more badass ones. I'm a Craig guy. I like the two Daltons. Brosnan I'm hit or miss with, but GoldenEye's one of the good ones. Yeah.
Well, that'll be later this year, so make sure if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to this channel so you get notified when those videos go live, because it's going to be a lot of fun celebrating all these different kinds of movies in 2025.
Yeah. And see, here's again, we're back to Mortimer here. And what he's actually doing here is he's thinking, he's playing a chess game. He's not just playing checkers. He knows Indio broke out of jail. He's wanted now. He's $10,000. What's Indio known for? He's known for robbing big banks, big heists. So now he's inquiring as to what's the biggest, baddest bank, in the region, right? And he knows what Indio is going to go after. He's going to go after the Bank of El Paso. And so
it's not a bank, it's a fortress there.
Yeah, it's a fortress. Yeah, so he's thinking ahead. He knows Indio, if he's going to need a score coming out of jail, he's going to go after the biggest, baddest bank. So he's going to go ahead and get ahead and head over to El Paso.
Well, that answers that question.
Yeah. Eastwood's not stupid. He kind of knows the same thing. So you have to play chess game as a bounty hunter and know where these people are going to be, because it's not like we had any kind of technology to track these people. You had to do some old school tracking and thinking ahead.
Eastwood got those big pouches on his shoulder with all his money.
Oh yeah, all his money,
or all his bounties
on there. My goodness, thousands. Those little kids.
My name is Fernando. The stable's right there, and that is your
hotel.
Well, this hotel, not some other. Well, you probably wouldn't like that other place as much, senor. You'd have to spend half the night just shooting cockroaches. This hotel, the rooms will cost you so much less.
There's 10,000 for India is about 300 grand, so that's a pretty good score right there.
I'd say so. Isn't that like that's retirement right there?
Yeah, and by the end of the movie, I'm skipping ahead a little bit, but him plus all the gang, it ends up being like 40 grand. I mean, that's you're pushing, over $1 million there. So yeah, you can definitely retire, especially back then.
By the way, this is one of my goals, whether it's this year or somewhere in the future, Austin. When I go to conventions, I want to cosplay as the man with no name.
Oh yeah.
I want to wear this outfit. I want to wear the whole thing, including that armband he's got around his right hand, his right arm. I want to wear that too, because that'll tell people this is for a few dollars more. Look.
Yeah, this kid's such a little shit.
Is he?
Just like, well, because he's like he takes the money and then he's like, stranger over there, and then he asks another question and he's like, just taunting him with the give me another coin, another coin. He's all right, fine, little shit, and then gives him another one.
Like, here, take another one.
And he tries to go to him another one. He's like, all right, enough. Sure, senor.
Let me know if you see any more strangers.
Yeah. We're gonna check into the hotel. The lady with the giant bosom here.
Excuse me? Baking powder? What was it?
Yeah. Well, no, they don't hide it in this movie.
None of the women do.
Oh.
Hope
Sorry, it's occupied. Too bad.
Want the room above? I'm sorry, it's occupied. It's too bad. The hotel's filled to capacity. I'm sorry, sir.
Yeah.
The room you want is our best. It's always occupied. By who? Check the register. Mary. Senor Martinez.
Mm-hmm. It's free now. It's
free now. The room is taken.
No, it's great how they do it. They don't show the actual interaction, whatever he says or does to the guy upstairs. You just see the dude in a second, just hightailing it out of the hotel.
Nothing but a wild, vicious animal. He's tall, isn't he? Clearly, the landlady has a thing.
Dirty. She's taken back with Eastwood. She likes what she sees. Well, yeah, we just hold here for a second. We don't know exactly what's going on up there.
I think he beat the heck out of him and just threw him down the
No,
stairs.
I don't think he beat him. I think he just kind of, get out. He probably pulled a Terminator. Get out.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Oh, there he goes. Yeah, you're right. I don't see any.
No, he didn't beat him up. He just get out of my room.
I'll give you another room immediately. It's the best the hotel. We'll let him have the bridal suite.
The bridal suite.
No, Mary, the bill. I like to stay, only I can't. Don't go, Mr. Martinez. I have an appointment elsewhere.
See, he gives him his stuff. He's just like, get out of my. I need this room. Bye. Get out of here. Yeah.
Is that a sweater he just threw to him? I don't know.
It was his long johns, man.
Okay, I was like, it looked like
it's under his pants. Yeah, his long johns, man, or his jammies. Yeah. He's got the poster. Those hand-drawn wanted posters back then.
Very true. And once again, this is the 60th anniversary watch-along of Clint Eastwood's Western for a few dollars more. If you want to watch the movie along with us, you're more than welcome to on physical media or a streaming service. Do not forget to like and share this with everyone you know. If you're watching us live on the replay, thank you so much for doing so. If you have any fun facts or memories about this or any other Western, let us know in the comments. Let us know in the chat. We're able to take those as they come in respectively. And Austin, where are we at in the film?
We're coming up, getting soon on the 36-minute mark or so. Yeah, Eastwood just checked into the hotel, if you will, and Indio's rounding his gang up here.
So there you go. More than welcome to watch the movie along with us, and queue up your copy and watch it right now.
Yeah, Indio's we're gonna kind of hear some of his plans here with his posse. Sancho. No dinero, no son. Yeah. And here's where he's gonna weave a tale. The Banca del Paso.
The Bank of, not just any bank, the bank.
The Bank of El Paso. Yeah. Yeah.
Weighs 3 tons. Can't be opened with dynamite.
Nope.
It's part with 2 cashiers.
And the bank is a fancy cabinet containing bottles for drinks to rich depositors.
Free drinks to rich depositors. Yeah.
Opposite where they put the double. See, the whole thing is that it's not going to be the obvious safe you think it is. It's actually kind of a secret safe that looks like a cabinet that they built to look like a armoire, kind of, and that's the idea. It's the other safe is a decoy, Ryan. So Indio knows that the other one is a decoy, which doesn't have anything in it. The real safe. That's why it's so secure. Is they use kind of a secret safe, and that's what the technology of the day. It's state of the art stuff. The disguised safe. See, that's what he's saying. Just because they have a safe, you can see, doesn't mean there's anything in there. They're actually putting all the money in the other secret safe.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little parable he's going to weave here. But I like the physical acting of Indio. He's got that like casual, almost like a Joker type of thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when he laughs a lot in this movie. He definitely has like a Joker laugh in this movie later, a couple of times. But the way he just kind of tells the tale and he's casual with his guys when he needs to be, but he turns on the crazy just like that when he needs to.
That's true.
He's talking about the wood cabinet here that actually holds the safe inside. See, he knows about the carpenter guy who he has inside information, but the carpenter guy who made the safe.
Carpenter's in El Paso. He happens to walk into the bank there. And what does he find?
Cabinet.
The cabinet. Not just any cabinet, the cabinet. Says he worked on the cabinet. He spotted it right away. That day on, couldn't work no more. Pity.
Something. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Some good stuff here.
Yeah.
This is why I like Westerns, man. They're just
and
the thing about Westerns is that not all characters are black and white, man.
No, I mean, and again, even our heroes to a degree, they're still bounty hunters, so they're not like, in a lot of the John Wayne stuff, it's always like he's a farm hand or something, and something bad happens to him, so he has to go after the bad guys, or he's the sheriff of the town, so he's a man of the law. These bounty hunters, they work within the law, but kind of outside the law. Like they're bounty hunters. Their business is murder, but it's just justified murder, essentially, of bad guys. But these are guys who kill people for a living. They're not like sheriffs and whatnot. These are good dudes who go after other people and kill them. So they're not your kind of traditional heroes.
Which many years later, there was a TV series based on that, based on a word that's often used in not just Westerns, but other pieces of media as well. And we all know him as U.S. Marshal Raylan Gibbons saying, "It was justified." Justified, baby. That's a great Western TV show. If you've never seen it before, check it out. It's streaming on Hulu.
Yeah.
All 7 seasons. Then they did a spinoff called Justified City Primeval, I think it's called. I haven't seen this. I haven't seen the sequel / spinoff yet. I heard it was okay, but not as great as it could have been. But I don't know. I'm still gonna watch it because it's Raylan Gibbons.
Yeah, I've seen the original show. I haven't seen the spinoff yet.
Yeah, but Justified's a great show, man.
Walton Goggins is great. I love me some Walton Goggins.
That's a good show. Another good Western show for those of you who are wondering if you want to dive into the Western genre a little bit more. Something that's a period piece is Hell on Wheels with Anson Mount. That's a great show. Feel free to check that out. All 5 seasons. All 5 seasons, I think, are streaming on. I don't know about Tubi, maybe Freevee. I want to say. Is it Freevee? It's either Freevee, Tubi, or the other one. I can't remember, but it's there. It's definitely there. Feel free to look it up. It's a great show, great series, great cast too. So.
All these guys are like, get out of here, stupid kids. Little kids are swarming everybody. Let's see, this kid is like, oh, some strangers coming into town. Better go tell my guy.
I know we don't badges. We don't need no sticking badges. Anyway. Sorry, that's another somewhat Western movie called Treasure of Sierra Madre, which I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
Yeah, old Humphrey Bogart.
That's a bogey movie right there, yeah. Have you seen Treasure of Sierra Madre?
Yeah, it's been a while, but yeah, I have a Bogart Blu-ray set.
Do you?
Yeah, it's got
How many movies are in the set?
it's got 4. Let me
What do we have there? What's in the set?
We got let's see, we got a little Maltese Falcon, got a little Casablanca, Treasure Armada, and African Queen.
Oh, dude, that's a great set.
Yeah, but I do have the as far as Casablanca, my favorite of those, I got the 4K there.
Yeah, baby.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which
but maybe a little Bogart. Yeah.
Which is courtesy of your digital copy of Casablanca. I can watch anytime on Movies Anywhere. Thanks, buddy.
That's right.
Love that movie, and I can watch it anytime I want. You know why? Because it's one of the greatest of all time.
That's a good movie, yeah.
Listen to me, you son.
He's tired of his little games. He's like, tell me, just give me the damn information. I'm sick of your little stupid games.
Yeah. Where are they? In the
See, there's Klaus Kinski right there with the shaggy hair and the green shirt. That's Werner Herzog's main guys from Fitzcarraldo and
really
his version of Nosferatu, Aguirre, the Wrath of God. He was like Werner Herzog's main man for a long time. Yeah, you can look up Klaus Kinski, especially in the 70s. Yeah, so we go Fitzcarraldo. I don't know if you've ever seen it. I got the
which one?
Blu-ray of that over here. So we go
Where is it?
It's a dad movie. It's one of my dad's favorite old movies. It had a double VHS back in the day. It was we go Fitzcarraldo. There's old Klaus.
What is that?
So it's this movie about this crazy eccentric guy that pulled a boat over a mountain, essentially over this hill to get to the other side of this river. It's bonkers, and they did it for real. It's an insane movie. They really did like rig up this thing to pull this giant ship over this hill to get to the other side. It's nuts. So it's a long movie, but it's insane the real stuff that they do with it. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Mortimer's trying to light his own pipe.
Yeah. No, I love what he does here. He's gonna mess with Klaus Kinski here.
He's gonna mess with the whole team here.
Everybody's got the scruffy little beards here. Eastwood's just gonna watch and see what he does. Oh.
What is it? The stuck up, half-witted, scruffy looking nerve herder. Who's scruffy looking?
Yeah.
Everyone in this movie is scruffy looking, practically. Don't you think?
Yeah, everybody's a little scrappy.
Which is another movie that turns a certain age this year. 45 years young, The Empire Strikes Back turn. And we're going to be celebrating that right here on this channel, Austin.
Yeah.
Empire Strikes Back.
Empire.
Is that in your top 25 or top 50?
It's in my top 50 or so. Yeah. It's up there. Yeah.
It's up there.
Yeah.
It's a pretty darn good movie. A lot of people say it's the greatest Star Wars we ever got. I mean, it's good. Don't get me wrong. It's one of the best, but I don't know. It's hard to put it at my number one when it comes to Star Wars, anyway. Yeah, that's hard, but it's there. It's I don't know if it's in my top 25, but well, that's not. No, Empire is like in my top 50 somewhere. I don't know. Why should a man walk around with a pistol and let himself be insulted? It's mighty strange.
I guess technically I have 2 Westerns in my top 25 because my favorite comedy of all time is Blazing Saddles.
Oh, well.
So it's kind of a Western.
When you people sang, you sang like birds.
Mm-hmm. My dad and I went and watched that in the theater last year because it celebrated an anniversary.
How'd it go?
Yeah, fun. It's a good time.
There it is. The Bank of El Paso.
Bank of El Paso. And they're going to
look at those doors, man. They got bars on all the windows.
No, literally, like this is how crazy they are. Yeah, they lock up and they leave a guard inside all night.
All night? Wow.
Got the overnight guy. Yeah, he sees they're locked up the door, and he's gonna sit in there all night. Yeah. And then they have a constant couple of guys walking the perimeter all night. Yeah.
Boy, that's one job I'd never do.
Working
hey, look, it's Edgar Deems.
Working that graveyard shift, man. Yeah, I've done that before.
That's one job I'd never do. Edgar, get your butt down from there.
They're counting how long it takes them to walk the perimeter. Yeah.
They're scouting it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
10,
8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Yeah, they got guys on each side because the building is not proportionate, so they got to count how long it takes to out each side.
There must be I'm thinking 30. No, make it 40. 40 paces to go from one end of the building to the other.
Basically, yeah.
Is it 30? Keep going, man. 26. Oh, there's 27. Is it 40?
Mhm.
Oh, look at Mortimer. He's scouting it too.
Mortimer's not stupid, and I think he spots all the little lookouts down there. He's not stupid. He's like, those guys don't belong down there. Just standing there ominously.
They're just standing there, like minding their own business. Like, what is it?
Yeah, he knows these guys. Well, that and they're all part of Indio's gang, so you might be familiar with them from the wanted posters and whatnot. You know, so he knows who to look out for. But he's not going to make a move right now. He wants to see what they do.
Oh, there's that guy. Mm-hmm. This is kind of like the Western version of Heat.
Yeah.
It kind of is.
There's a heist in the middle, kind of a heist gone wrong or gone right, depending on your perspective. And then, we got infiltrating here. But what I like again about this is, I like a little more this one with the two badass bounty hunters that, it's a score so big and a task so big, they have to team up. They just can't do it themselves.
Mm-hmm.
The brains and the brawn. And Eastwood's looking right at him. They're both got the same idea. Oops.
Like, wait a minute.
It got me. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yep.
I see you. Oh, and then he shuts his. Yeah, he's like, nope.
Shut down.
El Paso Tribune. El Paso.
Yeah, it says it's 1872, by the way, if you look closely here with the papers. So.
Oh, nice.
See, look at that. Killed by a bounty killer.
Killed by a bounty killer.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. That's right.
This kooky underground dude here. You always got to have like the kooky old prospector guy, whatever, the guy who's like, oh, no,
I don't know. Come on now, everybody. I don't know anybody anymore. I'm dead, understand? I'm dead. There was a time when I knew everybody. Well, it was a long time ago. No, this was Prairie. Need day, everybody's in a hurry. That's right. Damn good for nothing trains. Also known as the Iron Horse, for those of you who are wondering what trains were called back in the olden times, they were called Iron Horses. In the Soul Cafe, there's actually a framed portrait of a train, and then on the top of it, it says Iron Horse. I'm like, hey, that's what they called trains back in the West, back in the Old West, man.
This dude's lost his mind because he refused to sell his land to the railroad company, so now the train goes by multiple times a day and he's losing his mind. Gotta love it.
But that would upset me if I heard a train coming through every 10 minutes.
Yeah, I know, the whole thing's shaking everything. It's like people who live in apartment buildings, like right next to L trains, elevated trains. Yeah,
it's terrible.
It shakes your apartment every 2 seconds.
Yeah, who wants to live by that?
Or even just live by a railroad and you just hear like locomotives, blasting their horn all night.
Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible.
Yeah. My dad worked at a credit union for a little while. He could literally see a railroad track like right outside his window there. There was a big railroad crossing. So about 6 times a day through the shift, the railroad crossing goes down, just almost like clockwork though, because a lot of them were on these schedules, but about once an hour. So yeah, it was a little annoying after a while.
Did he grab himself a bite to eat at the Waffle House after work?
It was downtown Jacksonville.
Oh, darn it. Guess not.
Yeah.
No Waffle Houses down there.
Well, there's Waffle Houses down there, just not where he was.
Okay. That's where I go right after work. I just go to Waffle House.
We used to do that at the end of our, when I did do overnights, sometimes if we were all hungry at the end of our shift, like 6 in the morning, something like that. And we'd, there was a Waffle House near my Publix that I worked at my grocery store. So we'd go there and grab breakfast. Yeah.
That's what I would do. If I were living in that area in North Carolina again, that's where I would go for breakfast every day. If not, every other day. I'd be like, yep, I'm going to Waffle House because I want a bite to eat from a nice place. And it's reasonably inexpensive. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He was always the best shot in the Carolinas. Great soldier. Now he's reduced to being a bounty killer, same as you.
Because of the damn trains.
Because of those damn trains. Damn.
This is a great scene. This is one of my favorite scenes where we finally get the little face to face here. And what I like to call That's what I like to call the Ryan the classic dick measuring contest. That's what this scene basically is coming up.
Mm-hmm. Gee whiz.
So let's see what you got. Let's see what your skills are. There's only room in this town for one of the bounty hunters here. By the way, this it shows you how people aged back then, especially with drinking and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Can you guess how old Lee Van Cleef is in this movie?
I would say 60.
He's like 42, bro.
Oh, he looks a lot older here.
I'm just for context. I'm turning 39.
Can't believe he was 42. But then again, you said he struggled with drinking. So
yeah, he was a heavy drinker. But I think people just age differently back then, man. Like I don't know what it is. But yeah, he's like 42 when they filmed this. I mean, I'm like 3 years away from what he is in this movie, and he looks at least in his 50s at least. Yeah, he's like 42. He was born in 25, and this movie, came out in like 67. So yeah.
And was it Eastwood was like he was like 30. I think he was 35.
He was fairly young. Yeah, I mean, he was still.
Wasn't he like 32, 35 when they were filming these?
He was in his 30s. Yeah, I mean, he made Fistful of Dollars when he was like 35. So yeah, he's probably like 37 here, something like that. Still fairly young. But yeah, I'm older than Clint Eastwood was in this movie, so that's a little weird to think about. Take it to the station. Go inside. Station. Inside. Oh, just I'm out of here. I don't want no part of this.
Drops his bag right on the near the doorstep, I suppose.
No, we're gonna get a little face off here. Yeah, we can't both go after the same guy, basically.
Gentleman's leaving. Yeah, look at the little kids. They're interested to see who's going to go down first.
Oh yeah, this is good entertainment right here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna square each other up here.
Hey, he's 42. He looks like he's 60.
Yeah, some nice boots there. Oh, he's gonna scuff them up a little bit. That's not cool. Because see, remember Colonel Mortimer is a colonel, so he keeps his shoes nice and pretty. And the shoe shining, like you do in the military. You got to shine those shoes. So he's got nice shiny shoes here. That's why he's such a good shot and everything, and he's very proficient with his rifles and weaponry. Oh, straight cheap shot there.
Oh man!
Mm-hmm.
You just knocked him across the left part of his jaw.
Mm-hmm. Dust yourself up.
Boy.
And
pick yourself up. What is the expression? Pick yourself up and dust yourself.
Yeah, dust yourself off. But he's gonna show off his skills here. Just gonna
keep shooting off his hat.
Keep shooting his hat, yeah. Which, by the way, I think MythBusters did this one time about can you, and what we'll see in a second, can you keep a hat up in the air by shooting it? I think they did that on MythBusters one time, and the answer is no, that doesn't work. Because they even got a guy who was one of the most accurate, revolver, shooters in the country, something like that. Basically this badass, and he hit it dead on every time, but it does not make it just pop up.
Wow.
Yeah. I think they said this thing on the ground was somewhat plausible, like that might happen, but not the air thing that we'll see here in a minute. But they directly reference this movie.
Yeah.
See, but Mortimer's going to play this game because, again, he knows the range of these revolvers here. And now he's going to play this little game because now he knows he's not going to make it. See, he missed. Now Eastwood's like, uh-oh. See, Mortimer knows that. He knows he's out of range now. And he's kind of nice and calm and cool and collected now. This is where he's dangerous. He's going to pull out his longer one, a little bit more for distance here.
Mm-hmm.
Now Eastwood's getting a little scared. Boom. Boom.
Man, that looks about the same size, if not bigger than a 44 Magnum, the most powerful handgun in the world.
It looks like the Joker's gun at the end of Batman.
A little bit. I mean, it's much
When
longer.
he pulls out of his pants, yeah.
It pulled it right out of his pants. I'm like, geez.
And he's like, okay. See,
I think I was
here.
more shocked than anything that he was able to pull that out of his pants. But then when I look back, it's a Joker thing to do. It's funny.
Yeah.
Like, geez, you got your bat plane. Well, guess what I got? You know, get somebody in my business like that.
Mm-hmm.
That contraption. Almost sent you to your grave.
I was only shooting at yours.
Okay, one thing, Colonel. I was shooting at your
See,
head.
now we're gonna have a little, drink and see what the deal is now. Now that we have kind of a mutual respect for each other and we know each other's skills.
I've reached almost 50 years of age with my system.
Mm-hmm.
Not many men last long in these parts. How long do you expect to last? Not much
longer
longer than
than
that. Which he has, because Lee Van Cleef was a heavy drinker, so yeah.
See, now that Eastwood's talking about, I'm going to buy myself a little place and possibly retire. But you could definitely do that with, the 10 grand back then. You could easily buy a nice little ranch somewhere. Nice little homestead somewhere.
But you forgot one small detail. What's that? I want to get my hands on Indio, too. Sure. After me. Or before you. Or at the same time.
Partnership.
Is that a proposition? An equal partnership. Why? Why should I? I guess there are 3 reasons. First, 14 of them. Yeah, it's a lot. Not for me. Yeah, no small number, even for the 2 of us. Second reason. Second reason is you can make it 15-1. Don't forget, I want to play in this game too. Whenever 2 hunters go after the same prey, usually end up shooting each other in the back. We don't want that. The Colonel dies. All right, I'll be generous. You can have the reward for Indio. I'll take the reward for the rest of the band.
Yeah. Blackie's worth 4, Wild's worth 3, Nino 2, Nino's 1. He's got his little pocket bounty book. 10,000. He's got his information too.
I have my information. It's all said and done. I think it just might take you up on that proposition.
Yeah, let's drink to that partnership.
Oh my goodness.
But that's a hefty payday, man. If they each got a little over 10 grand, that's retirement money, man. Easily.
Sure is.
Oh yeah. And Mortimer's not stupid. Again, he knows you can't just go in there guns blazing and take on an entire gang. So let's infiltrate a little bit. Let's find out where they're going. Let's get them out of this town here, to a more isolated place, and then we'll put the moves on them.
Because they don't know you. Wild sees me, his home will catch on fire.
Yeah.
Tell me.
Maybe I should bring him a bunch of
roses. I join up with Indio. Maybe bring him a bunch of roses. You can do that, but I suggest you take him Sancho Perez.
Yeah.
Who's Sancho Perez? Friend Indio's. Right now he's cooling off. He's going off in Anguirado jail. How do you know all this?
He's got some intel, man. Where's an intel guy? Tell me, Colonel.
Naturally.
Very young. Naturally.
Were you ever young and just as reckless as you?
Yeah.
And then one day,
Yeah.
something happened.
Well, we're going to get a little flashback here, but we assume one thing, but it's kind of a red herring. So.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. The answer could be. And then we hear the chimes, the music. So there's something personal here.
Mm-hmm.
Flashback to India again. Sergio loves his shots of people's eyes.
Eyes. Oh, here we go. This is the flashback, I think.
The flashback, yeah. We see a lady and gentleman.
What happened earlier?
Lovely couple. Just like the younger Indio here. So there's two of these watches. So he's got one of them, and Indio's got the other one. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't know if I could live back then, Ryan, without air conditioning. Gonna deal with the elements. I'm like trying to go to sleep when it's hot.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have a fireplace back then in the wintertime, that's for sure. Keep things warm. He was a little creeper here. Uh-oh. Ooh. Down he goes. Again, yeah, no, like I said, no blood, even though he just got shot 3 times. So. I think he's actually stoned here. He might be smoking the ganja instead of cigarette, you know. Might be yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He looks pretty out of it.
Look at he's about to go to sleep. For those of you wondering what the heck is going on around here, this is the 60th anniversary watch along of Clint Eastwood's Western movie for a few dollars more. Do not forget to like and share this with everyone you know. If you're joining us live on the replay, thank you so much for doing that. If you want to watch this movie along with us, whether it's through physical media or streaming service, you're more than welcome to do that. Austin, where are we at in the film?
Yeah, we're about minute 4.5 or so. We're about halfway through the movie, really, about the halfway mark, running time wise. So, yeah, Eastwood's going to go break one of Indio's guys out of jail here, the Sancho guy.
Mm-hmm.
Break him out so he can get in Indio's good favor here. Uh-oh, well, Dynamite, you better duck. He pulls up his little mattress to protect himself. I don't know if that'll work or not, but
Yeah.
I don't know if Mythbusters did that one too. Maybe I think they actually did.
Yeah. Yeah. Probably
I think they've done stuff with like old jails and these old westerns, like if Dynamite would actually put a hole in the thing, or if he could actually pull, doors off with like horses and stuff. I think they actually did, a couple of western episodes where they tested a lot of the stuff.
Yeah. They told me you were put away. You'll be resting for 4 long years in prison. We got you back, man. No, India for 4 weeks. No more than 4 weeks. 4 weeks. 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Oh my gosh! I just remembered that movie turns 35 this year.
That movie does turn 35 this year.
Dude.
Totally. Yeah.
All right. I'm pretty sure we have it on the schedule, but if not, we definitely got to make an exception for that one because
I think Case has it on the schedule. I think.
I think it does. Yeah, I think he does. I think it's somewhere in August. I think.
Yeah, Total Recall.
Yeah. Did we send you the schedule? I think we did.
I don't have the full one. You'll have to send that to me, or have Case send that to me.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, Case. He probably told you. He sent me his version of Revenge of the Sith we're gonna do for the watch along, and he sent me his 4-hour fan cut with the Clone Wars stuff worked into it. He sent me the Google Drive of that. So
you watch it?
I'll watch it closer to that, but yeah, I'm not gonna watch it right now.
Okay, yeah, it's not until May 4th, right?
But it's already like Revenge of the Sith's like a 2.5-hour movie, and he's like, "Oh, I got this 4-hour fan cut that I made with all the Clone Wars stuff worked in. It's 4 hours, so we're gonna do a 4-hour watch along of Revenge of the Sith, his version."
Jeez.
So, yeah, for the anniversary, since you
have fun with that, guys.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's gonna be a long night at the office for you, Austin.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long one. Yeah, I might need an intermission for that one.
That's Gone with the Wind right there.
Yeah. Gone with the Wind might be the longest movie I've ever sat down and watched. Yeah, basically all the way through.
Even with the 20-minute intermission.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen other long movies actually in a theater. I saw Lawrence Arabia in a theater, and that had a built-in intermission because a lot of those old movies back then,
They did.
actually have built-in like 10-minute
Which included Gone with the Wind.
Yeah, no, that Ben-Hur has an intermission. West Side Story has an intermission. I saw that in the theater. Dr. Zhivago I saw in the theater that has an intermission. That one's like 3.5 hours. That's a long one too. I mean, they're worth seeing in a theater because of the scale of those movies and the way they look on the big screen, so it's worth it. If you ever get a chance to, but
I saw Gone with the Wind in theaters.
Yeah, and then The Brutalist recently has an intermission built into it. So if you see that in the theater,
that's a 4-hour movie.
It's a 3.5 hour, but it has a 15-minute intermission. Yeah,
The Brutalist, is that the one with Adrian Brody?
Adrian Brody, yeah. Mm-hmm.
What's that movie about anyway?
It's an immigrant story. Guy kind of he's an architect and gets picked up by Guy Pearce to build his dream project,
and it goes awry.
It just doesn't go as smoothly as he wants it to. Yeah, a little bit. Okay. Goes good at first and then kind of falls apart a little bit.
The Brutalist.
Back to the score.
What is that? Coffee?
Mm-hmm.
No breakfast? I did it yesterday. It was bologna and beans. No.
Oh, I did a breakfast. It was eggs over easy.
I did eggs
over
easy. The hell you did? Bologna and beans. It's your turn.
Or going back to the Future 3. Get up, wake up. Get up. I'm hungry.
It's early, boss. What's your hurry? Hungry.
Noon. I do my killing before breakfast. 7 o'clock. 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. 8 o'clock, Austin. I do my killing after breakfast.
Yeah. That's gonna be a quote along. Both those movies are.
Man. I think. What movies are we quoting along with? Is it Back to the Future 3 and what's the other one?
Well, the one coming up probably Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh my gosh, dude! Yeah,
that'll be a quote along as well. Yeah,
that's gonna be a long night, Austin. That's gonna be a good night though. Because I think Case, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's scheduled for March, isn't it?
Yeah,
pretty sure it's
anything you want, we got. Anything you want to do it.
You know what I'm saying? You got any?
Here's my question to the other guy. You got any cigarettes?
Regular or menthol? And he had them right there in that little crate
just
by the stairs.
See, because family movies back then, ladies and gentlemen, were not afraid to show 13-year-olds just smoking cigarettes all over the place. There's shots of like 14-year-olds smoking cigars, playing poker in that movie. I mean, it's not like it's insane.
Yeah. And then forgive me for saying this, Austin. Forgive me, but there were women in that movie wearing somewhat scantily clad, gothic clothes, and it's like, geez, man.
Mm-hmm.
And then the girls were like hanging on their guys with their arm around them. And they were playing Asteroids or playing what is it, Area 51, or playing Narc.
See, here's part of the plan. Here, Eastwood he popped those guys he was with because they kind of got wise to his plan, but now he's got to send out like a fake wire here.
A fake wire?
Yeah.
Oh, the telegraph. Thank you.
The telegraph. Yeah.
Because it literally says that on the front of the building.
Yeah.
Listen,
they call it wiring back then. You got to wire, this guy, wire that guy.
Listen, Shorty, Indiana's band have just robbed the bank here in town. Why don't you just sit down and send out the alarm to El Paso? Rest of the towns around here, warn them, all right?
Because they want all the authorities to clear out of El Paso and go to this neighboring town, this neighboring bank, so that because he basically wants Indio to pull off the heist. Essentially, they want to catch him in the act.
That's right. We got to catch those thieves red-handed. What color are their hands now? Sorry, that's a Great Muppet Caper quote along for you there. But yeah, man, this year is for those of you wondering, we do movie watch-alongs on the second, third, and fourth Fridays of each respective month at 7 p.m. Eastern time. We got so many great movies turning a certain age this year. It's insane. Like last year, we had a great season. It was a great wonderful world building season, but this season is going to be even bigger and better. So, and we're excited to bring it to you. You know, Austin, myself, Case, and a whole bunch of other of your favorite internet personalities are going to be with us. Our movie personalities are going to be here with us, and we're going to have a great time. So,
Yeah. Oh
guarantee
man,
the TMNT watch along though. That's going to be
and one of my favorites coming up that I've championed for ages, Predator 2, baby. We're doing it this
Predator
year.
2, not Predator, but Predator 2.
Predator 2, baby. Oh, so much fun. That movie's
It's coming.
awesome.
It's
Movie
coming.
rocks. I think that one's on My Movies Anywhere you can watch, I think. So
no,
yeah,
they all are. They all are.
Oh, yeah, okay,
all the
cool.
Predators. Which reminds me, we're going to be doing a double feature watch along for Predator 2 and Predators.
I see.
We got Predator 2 and Predator 3.
Yeah.
So Austin and I will be here for that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Especially Predator 2. Oh my gosh.
I love Predator 2. It'll be so much fun. I showed my girlfriend that one, and she said it was, quote, it was different.
Well, yeah,
I was like, it's not really like the first movie. Yeah, it's more just, I just take that movie as what it is, which is a balls out 90s action movie, which is what it is.
It's a Predator movie set in a different kind of jungle, Austin. It's the urban jungle.
It was what they did back then, Ryan. The sequel had to be in the big city, you know, Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, Gremlins 2 in the office building in New York, you know. Predator 2 in the city. You took it to the city. That's what you did. To the concrete.
I like the movie.
Yeah. All right, so we got the plans work. So they wired, they said they robbed the bank in Santa Cruz. So all the marshals and deputies are heading off to Santa Cruz. So we're going to get the authorities off of Indio here.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're going to, so that way they can't call back on the telegraph wires and say go back to El Paso. That seems fairly easy to cut those telegraph wires. They're not very sturdy. He shot those off fairly easily.
Mm-hmm. Don't even need to cut them with a pair of wire cutters.
Yeah.
Or what are those other things called? Pliers? I don't know. Whatever they're called. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Westerns.
All right, so it's back to El Paso because now we've got to actually. Mortimer's pulling out the heavy machinery here.
Mm-hmm.
Because what they're going to try to do is, goat Indio into actually robbing the bank, and they're going to try to ambush him, as he does it. And Colonel's going to, try to pick him off with his, sharpshooter skills from the window. Eastwood, run the groundwork, on the ground, doing what he does best, which is just popping people, close range. And they're going to try to pull a little, ambush here, but it's not going to go exactly to plan.
Not going to go according to plan.
Yeah.
But for those of you just joining us, this is in fact the 60th. That's right, 60th anniversary celebration / watch along of Clint Eastwood's classic for a few dollars more. Do not forget to like and share this with all of your closest friends. If you're joining us live or on the replay, thank you so much for doing so. If you want to watch this movie along with us, you're more than welcome to do it via physical media or streaming service. Austin, where are we at in the film?
We just crossed the 1:15 mark or so. Yeah, we're scoping out the El Paso bank here, and we're locking up for the evening as we saw earlier. So the guards are setting up shop. The same guy walking in for his graveyard shift here, getting locked into the bank. This time we actually see, it's what I was talking about earlier. See, he actually gets kind of, he locks himself basically in the vault area, to protect it firsthand. Mm-hmm. And we'll see here, he's got his little overnight bag where he's got like a big loaf of bread and stuff, So he's got his midnight snack, if you will.
Bread and water.
Yeah, bread and water. You'd think they at least give him some meat or something too. I don't know. I'd want like something a little meatier to eat.
Maybe a sub in case of deal.
Yeah, no, like he's got a big loaf. Yeah, at least give him some meat to put in the middle of that damn thing. Make a sub out of it. Something. Yeah.
Maybe a cheeseburger.
I mean, at least got a decent.
Maybe a cheeseburger and some onion rings.
Yeah.
I don't mind onion rings. I like French fries more than onion rings, though. I will say that.
He's got a little couch he can snooze on, though. That's not too bad.
He's got a chair. He's got the desk. He's got the couch. Oh, there's the couch right there. Ooh, that's a nice.
Yeah,
couch.
Big, meaty.
Dude, that's a nice couch. Look at that thing.
Mm-hmm. And see, there's the vault that looks like a cabinet. He's looking right at it.
Right. It's a giant loaf right there.
Scoping out. We're waiting for India
Oh,
to
there it is.
ride in. Yeah, yeah.
There it is. I see it. I see it. And you getting this, boss?
And we're just playing a little waiting game here.
Cat and mouse. Mortimer's waiting, ready to pounce. You know.
No shot of it. It's right against the wall right there. Little cabinet.
If there's one thing Eastwood is good at in the 70+ years he's been acting, it's that scowl.
No, it's the scowl, but again, Lee Van Cleef has it too. You know, there's just he's got a great stare. Indio has a great stare, and you know, Sergio knows how to cast him. People that have great eyes and great intimidating presences and things like that. But India's got a plan too. He's not just going to ambush the whole thing here.
The other side.
You know, just go running to the town, guns blazing.
Mm-hmm. See, in some of these movies, the antagonist actually has a plan, whereas El Guapo, he just goes right in, guns blazing. We find these three amigos, open the stomachs, grab their intestines, and squeeze the shit out of them. You know, it's okay if you think that plan's going to work. Sorry, that's another comedy western, I guess we can. Is that a comedy western that we can call it?
Yeah, it's a comedy western. Yeah, Three Amigos. It's been a while.
When did that come out? Was that 86?
85 or 86? 86, I think. Yeah.
It might have been 86, wasn't it?
86, yeah.
Well, if that's the case, and we're probably going to have to do a watch along for that next season. So, do you like that movie?
It's been a while since I watched it. It's not one of my go-tos. I have it on DVD, but it's not one of my go-tos.
Yeah, I used to love it a lot when I was a kid, and then when I got older and a little wiser, I got gray
Well, here's
hair.
the thing, though. I haven't gone back and watched it. I really should, because now that I'm more into westerns, I would probably. I imagine it references a lot of westerns, so I need to go back and watch it. And yeah, because it's got that parody element to it a little bit.
Don't I have it on? I think I have it on DVD as well. I got to find it though. It's in one of my CD wallets / cases. You know, those zip up cases that our good friend Austin and some other people provided for me over the years. Thank you again for those. Those things are just way easier to put my stuff in. It's just way easier.
Well, and if you have to move, you don't, you just move those around, and you can put all those in a box.
That's what I just did. I put them in a storage tote back here in my studio.
Right.
You know, one of those plastic storage totes with a latch. Yeah, that's great. Yeah. I love it. Yeah, I could just carry my movies and my portable DVD player anywhere now, Austin. Thanks to you.
Eastwood's got something does the smell right here. They're not running in guns blazing like he thought they would. So Indio, he thinks Indio's something.
Dude, by the way, the costume design in these movies is iconic. It's great.
Well, and obviously, Marty in Back to the Future 3 is rocking the poncho just like, Eastwood. So it's very on the nose. But yeah.
There's a lot of Easter eggs regarding Eastwood in the third.
Clint who? Oh, that's right. You haven't heard of him yet.
Because he pointed to the Return of the Creature, which was one of the first movies he was ever in.
That was one of his first features. He was on TV before that. He was on the Rawhide.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was third or fourth build on that. He was kind of one of the side characters, but he wasn't like a household name yet. He was just a.
That's right. You haven't heard of him yet. And he's pointing at the poster, and I'm like, dude, he said that.
Everything except the boots, Doc. Kind of tight.
I don't know. These boots are kind of tight. You sure about this? Of course. Haven't you ever seen a Western? Of course, Doc. But Clint Eastwood never wore anything like this.
Doc has probably only seen like Roy Rogers Westerns, those types of things.
Oh, that's right. Because he had
Roy Rogers, like the corny, like musical Westerns that Roy Rogers used to do. Happy trails to you.
Hey, kids, what time is it? Howdy do.
The 40s and the 40s Westerns essentially is what Doc is familiar with. The kind of sillier ones from back in the day. Yeah. See, look, they just blew the hole in the wall there.
Oh, look at the night guard. He's not happy. He's covered in dust and debris and soot.
Yeah, he just got shot.
Look at this. Look at this. He's covered in. Oh, he got shot in the chest.
Look at that. They had a little thing to hole it right into the back of the wagon there.
Did you see that though? He got shot right in the chest. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. Wait a minute.
And they haul off with it just like that.
Oh, they run away with it.
See, now their plan didn't go as well as they thought because they pulled a quick heist. They didn't because he thought India was good. They were going to blindside the guards and break their way into the bank, and then they would be able to catch them on the way out. That was kind of the plan. But yeah, this one they blew the hole in the side. They knew exactly where the the cabinet safe was, and they hauled ass with it. So
Mm.
now their plans have gone awry. Now we got to catch up to them.
Jeez.
Mm-hmm. Now we got to come up with a new plan.
You know, what was it? Hey, there's Walter's saddle horses. You're welcome to them.
Yeah.
That's not bad. That's not bad. Who's best on a horse?
Oh, shit. Yep. Here's some Swiss cheese and some bullets.
Oh, thanks, Walter. Hey, Walter, these horses better be good. We don't want to be sitting on a couple of canners.
Yeah. Hey, that was already last week's.
I'm sorry. But it was a lot of fun, though. Which, by the way, Austin, I don't know if you've seen. Have you seen the numbers?
No, they're good. Looking good.
Over like 500. I think it's up to 600 views now.
Nice.
On that video. Which, by the way, thank you for everybody who has watched our previous videos, including the Tremors 35th anniversary watch along that we had last week. Boy, was that a barrel of laughs. Jeez.
Yeah, that was a quarter long also.
Swiss cheese and some bullets.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe in 2 years we should come back and do it again for Tremors 2 Aftershocks.
Oh yeah.
Because I have a copy of it on digital, with some sources that we know of, and then you got your Blu-ray.
Yeah.
So we can come back.
Your Captain Ron watch along is like your highest rated watch along.
It's going to be that forever. I don't think anything's going to beat that.
How did that happen? That's nuts, man. People must love that.
And by the way, Austin, fun fact for you: that was before we started using hashtags in our video descriptions.
Right. Yeah.
And that thing is over what? 13,000.
I did Matrix and Taken with you guys. Those are up there. Yeah.
Lion King's up there.
Again, our sudden impact one, which I never thought in a million years that would be one
like
of them.
2,000 views.
Eastwood. Yeah, that's nuts. Yeah. Sudden impact is 11.
Oh, Simba has 1,100 views. Jeez.
Yeah, that's insane. So yeah.
But yeah, Captain Ron. I don't think anything's going to top that.
Captain Ron of all higher than the Lion King. That's baffling.
Yeah, it has a higher watch, more views than the Lion King, which is shocking to me.
Yeah, I have Captain Ron on DVD. That's another one I haven't watched in a long time, but I need to.
You also have it on digital HD.
Yeah.
Which thank you very much, because now I can just go back and watch my comfort food,
Sure.
literally anytime I want. And by the way, I always queue it up to the 16-minute mark because that's when the film really starts to kick into gear for me.
Yeah.
So when Captain Ron officially arrives at the boat around the 16-minute mark, I'm like, yeah, this is where the movie gets good. So let's just fast forward to the 16-minute mark every time we watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, every time I watch it, really, because I'm the one watching.
So the new plan is for Eastwood to keep the facade going and say they got jumped here, and that they need to
got shot by
Mortimer. Town. Yeah. Mortimer shot him to kind of get the facade that they got shot at. And he's almost inconspicuously kind of grabs his neck a little bit. A little bit of blood there. Yeah, hit us from all sides.
And the others did. After Santa Cruz, we headed for El Paso, and they just hit us from all sides.
Mm-hmm.
And you just saved your own skin, isn't that right? You yellow. Oh, called him yellow. Okay.
Yellow. Yeah. Don't ever call me yellow.
You're gonna have to check your weapons if you want to get in on the festivities. Who's gonna help us tenderfoot you? Marshall Strickland. I had no idea you was back in town. If you can't read the sign, Tannen, I presume you can read this. Sorry. I know. I'm jumping ahead a few months, but still. It's still the same genre. It's a Western.
I go south. Mexico.
Right to the border.
Yeah.
Never expect you to cross the border now that the alarm's been sent.
We'll head east. Agua caliente. Hot water. Is that what that's called? Hot water? Agua caliente.
Mm-hmm. Here we are. That's agua caliente.
Hot water. Yeah.
Yes, I have many friends here. It's just like a mall. Look out. You
don't like anybody.
So easily.
So I'm afraid to shoot, huh?
Jeez.
Dun, dun.
Trouble in your studio back there? What are you doing?
Oh, no, I was turning off my heater.
Oh, jeez.
I
I was
have
like,
a
hey, is the
remote.
lady friend trying to get in? It's like, hey, honey, I'm in the middle of
No, I'm turning off my heater there in the background, so I got a remote. But the problem is, so I got this remote, right? And it's this Lasco tower heater. My fan though next to it is also a Lasco, so it powers both of them for some reason, even though I didn't program it like that.
Oh,
So if I turn
jeez.
my heater off, it turns the fan on, and vice versa. So I have to like hit it a couple of times, and it'll eventually turn them both off. It's a little weird.
Man, that's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah.
Good products though, but still, it's like,
Yeah.
I don't
No,
know if I want
yeah.
one remote for two different things.
I know, yeah, but I run that heater in this room, like just a little tower heater, and heats it up just fine. So I
Nice.
run my house heat all the time.
That's what I'm saying. Like, at least it helps the house.
Save a little money,
You
yeah.
save some
Another
money.
one in my bedroom. You close the door, you just turn that thing on, you're good to go.
Oh, that's a fair point. That's a fair point. They're actually having a, I mean, not that anyone, by the way, this isn't breaking news when I say this,
Right,
but I'm sure there's a lot of department stores that you may know of, Austin, that are having sales on space heaters.
right.
I mean, I know Ollie's has got a ton of them that you can get.
Yeah,
Like,
I get mine at Sam's. They're a little cheaper there.
true, true, true. I mean, although I may have to get one from Ollie's because I have a
Yeah.
coupon I need to use before the middle of February, guys. I
This
gotta
is
head on, treat
this is the
myself.
poster coming up here in a minute. The Italian poster
Oh,
where it
yeah.
faces up the three guys here.
Oh, yeah. Yes,
The
yes.
distance. See, they
Mhm.
step out.
Is this the one
And
you have
this
in your collection?
Yeah, this is the one I have on the wall. It's way across. You can't see it from here, but it's the one I have on the wall over in the corner there. Where I used to be able to see it in my old setup when I was all the way on the other side of the room there. But I also have a giant Eastwood behind me on the wall. You can't see it here. It's mounted, but it's
Oh,
a
I see.
giant thing that my sister got me. Kind of hard to see. It's to the left of that clock there. There's an Eastwood
Yeah.
portrait thing, kind of an artsy one that my sister got me for my birthday one time. So
Nice.
very cool, really big one. So literally, as soon as you walk in the door, you just see Clint Eastwood in this portrait kind of thing, Western Clint Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood. And I see that my artwork that I contributed to your collection is back there.
Yeah,
too.
no, I did put up the Luke and the Spider Man over there, and the Trinity is up next to it near the top over there. So it's up, and then I put up the Avengers and Daredevil on the other side of the room, way over there. I'm running out of space here. I'm like, not that I'm like running out of,
Because I gave you all the stuff I couldn't
well,
move
it's not
back.
that I'm running out of space. I do have three more. I bought at a recent convention from a guy that I've bought from before. That he got me a different one somewhere. It's around here somewhere, but he made some cool stuff. He actually had a Godzilla one, so I couldn't resist.
Are you serious?
I haven't framed it yet, but I got this
Ooh.
badass. Yeah, you know, I'm a
Oh, that's
Godzilla
freaking
guy, so.
awesome.
Yeah, and then he does the same kind of
What else is
artwork. So
good?
he had a buy two get one, so I bought two more.
Tell
He
me,
got
tell me.
well, I already have his aliens one. So his aliens one I have mounted on the wall that he already had pre-framed. I bought that
Nice.
display from him about a year ago, and then I told the guy I bought him. So I got one of just old school alien.
Oh my God.
So with the eggs and the space suits. That was cool. And then I did get some Star Wars because he did a pretty badass little Darth Vader here with
Oh
some
my
nice
goodness.
reds and a nice Empire one. So I'm gonna eventually get those framed and hang those up somewhere. So.
Where can we find this individual on social media? Is this one on
Man,
Instagram?
I gotta find his name, but I think he gave me a card somewhere. I can't find it, but he was at the Comic Con I went to in Greenville, so he travels around. But he always has a big giant display of stuff.
Oh,
Yeah,
if you find out who the artist is, let me know. So I
yeah,
can follow him
yeah.
on
So
Instagram.
these guys that have similar artwork for everything, styles of stuff. He doesn't kind of the same style for everything. But the Godzilla one was new. I know he didn't have that last time, so I couldn't resist. I had to buy his Godzilla because not many. You can't get many Godzillas. Prints. It's hard to find people doing that. Gojira. My girlfriend, speaking of her, got me one. I got right behind my laptop here, so I can pull that off the wall.
What do we
She
have?
got me one of these.
Woo!
So, and if you notice, the orca from Jaws. So it's actually the orca. So it's a little Jaws Godzilla hybrid there with the orca with Quint's boat from Jaws. So that's pretty cool. So
this
there you
this
go.
Godzilla thing.
Yeah.
Swallow your whole.
So yeah.
You pay me
So,
this, I'll give you the head, the tail, the whole damn thing.
So, but Godzilla ain't no 20-footer. He's about a 300-footer. So yeah, in that picture,
That's a 20-footer. 25. 25, Austin. 25.
That movie has an anniversary. We're doing Jaws, right?
We are. Austin, what's his name? Case, you put it in the schedule, man.
50th anniversary, baby, of Jaws.
I think it's in July. Case, I think we're doing that in
July. Do it around
July.
July because it's a 4th of July movie. You got to do it around July. Yeah, you have to.
I think we are, but I gotta text you I gotta send you the schedule. Case, you and I have to put his email in the what do you call it? The spreadsheet so you can see it.
By the way, I do have something else that relates to this movie.
Spreadsheet, hello.
Near me, I've got this is the complete Sartana box set that Arrow put out. This is another Lee Van Cleef specialty. So Sartana, yeah, it's another series that he did. I believe he's only in the first two. He's in the first Sartana, and then I think in the sequel as well. But yeah, it's got 5 movies in here. So you got your Sartana is coming. You got your have a good funeral. Have a good funeral. Sartana will pay. All these have goofy titles. These always have goofy titles. Yeah, Sartana's here. Trade your pistol for a coffin. I am Sartana, your angel of death.
Your angel of death.
If you meet Sartana, pray for your death. So yeah, these always have goofy titles. These
I've never even heard of these movies. Are they any good?
I've seen the first 2 again. Lee Van Cleef's in like the first 2. Or I'm sorry, he's in the first one. He also did a series called Sabata that's similar as well. Sabata. But I also have some other Vengeance Trails. These other
good lord,
Italian man. It's another Arrow set called Vengeance Trails. As other Italian westerns by Lucio Fulci. Antonio Margheriti. Yeah, this one's got Banditos, Massacre Time, My Name is Pecos, and one called And God Said to Cain. So yeah, these are always goofy ones. And another one called this is another one of my original favorites. We talked about Django. I love the original Django. That's based on the Django Unchained. So that's a great one. And again, there's a whole series of Django movies, but Franco Nero was only in 2 of them, but this is the kind of the direction called Django Prepare a Coffin. So there you go. Prepare a coffin. So there you go. Yeah, all the spaghetti westerns have goofy, weird titles and whatnot. So
wow, I didn't know. Wow, we're learning all kinds of things about the Western genre tonight, folks.
Yeah, I have a DVD of it's over there. It's called Take a Hard Ride, and it's actually it's a blaxploitation western, but it has Lee Van Cleef in it, and it has Jim Brown or Fred the Hammer Williamson, Jim Kelly, from Men and the Dragon. But it's like a blaxploitation western, and then they got Lee Van Cleef to be kind of the the anchor of the movie, the veteran.
So, I did not know that. Jeez.
Anyways, back to this movie.
Lee Van Cleef's about to pop open the
well, no. Well, what he did was, he convinced Indio to give him a little piece of it because he said, if you blow this thing with dynamite, you're gonna blow away half the money. So he dropped a little acid in there and broke the lock with some acid. So smart gentleman as well. Yeah.
If they catch one of us with the money, we'll end up the same way. Yeah. We have to wait here for an entire month if I think it's necessary.
You'll wait a month to get your money.
Everybody will get a share. And you will wait a month to get your money. Naturally.
Just like the food.
That's a funny word to say, naturally.
Naturally.
Yeah, around here stinks anyway. Just like the food.
Just like the food.
But the month will go fast. So they're going to sit around there for a month with this heist? Jeez.
Well, they got to let the heat cool off a little bit, So, yeah.
You got to be ready to get out of town if you spot that heat around the corner.
Yeah.
That's an interesting point. What do you
want? Attached to anything you're not willing to drop in 30 seconds. All right.
You're just going to turn everything around and leave this girl? That's the
You guys are doing Batman Forever, aren't you? You got that on the schedule, right?
We have to because it's 30 years, man.
Right,
We're doing a double feature of Batman this year, folks. We're going to do a 30th anniversary watch along for what is it, Batman Forever, and then the 20th anniversary for Batman Begins.
Batman Begins, yeah.
So we're going to be here for both, and I'm assuming Austin wants in on some of that. So.
I mean, Forever has the similar issues as Batman and Robin just 2 years before that movie, but I can't say I also haven't seen it 90,000 times because I had it on VHS, so I know that movie, back and forth.
Austin and I know Batman Forever backwards and forwards.
No, same with Batman and Robin. I mean, I can quote the movie back and forth because I just saw it so many damn times.
Jeez.
But because it's just one of those movies.
I mean, I've seen it enough to the point where I can quote Batman and Robin with you too, but at the same time,
Yeah.
I'm choosing the lesser of two evils. And when I say this, and also
But
Batman Forever.
here's the thing. I tell people though, like Batman Forever has all the same goofy stuff in it, man. Like just 2 years earlier, be it people, don't
Yeah,
rag on that one as much. But I mean, again, it's watchable, it's entertaining. You know what I mean? Like I'm not
yeah, I
gonna say
like
it's
Batman
not,
Forever personally. So
but watching Tommy Lee Jones make a fool out of himself is kind of
yeah,
funny.
and
And
basically
Al
trying to
Dukes
be
and Carrey,
the new Joker
yeah,
was stupid.
yeah, it was weird. Yeah, he totally took that performance the wrong way, completely.
But I still like it. Still like Batman Forever. Heck, I like it a lot more than Batman and Robin. I'll give you that.
Yeah,
But yes, we have Batman Forever and Batman Begins. We're doing two anniversary watch-alongs for those two separate films. Which, Austin,
yeah,
I'm a big fan of both. So yeah,
yeah. No, Batman
Begins.
Begins is a great movie. Yeah.
We'll be here for that. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We got so many great movies.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff.
I can't remember if this is on the schedule now. I gotta double check the spreadsheet, but I think Inception. No, Inception came out in 2010, didn't it?
Inception was
Yeah,
2010, I believe. Yeah.
Was it 2010? Oh, then that means we may have to do a 15th anniversary of Inception.
Inception, yeah. That's
Oh,
a long one. It's a 2.5 hour one. It's a lengthy one, but it's good.
I don't know if it's on the schedule or not because it's too long. We'll have to wait and see.
Right. Because I know you try to hover it. You don't try to do too many, or if they're over 2 hours like this, not too much over 2 hours, like just enough. Yeah, 2.5s can be tough, or 3s.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't know if we're doing Inception or not. I gotta double check this. I can't remember. Basically, I can look at it, but I'm just so used to getting the thumbnails and the DMs, and then I just add them for that month. It's like, okay, this is what we're doing this month, guys. So, but it's all right. We'll figure it out. We got this, Case. You're the man. We got this.
Oh yeah. Not a lot you could do from really like 1980. It wasn't a great year in movies.
No.
I mean, other than Empire. So yeah,
we can't.
Empire's about the only one.
Yeah, that's right. That's why we're doing both. We're doing both. We're doing Empire.
I mean, I guess you could do like Superman 2. I mean, that's
which we are.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But there's not a lot. Yeah, it's like at least watchable ones that would make for a good watch on Airplane, maybe sort of thing. But yeah.
Yeah, but we will be doing a watch along for the Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back, and then we're also doing one for Superman 2, the original theatrical cut.
The theatrical cut.
Yeah, we're doing theatrical because there's so many cuts of that movie. We're just gonna keep it to the Richard Lester cut is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
No disrespect to Richard Donner. No disrespect.
I love me a little Blues Brothers, but it's not for everybody.
No,
but
we're definitely doing Superman 2. So stay tuned for that one.
Sure.
Kneel before Zod.
Yeah.
Kneel before Zod. Who's this Superman? If you dare, come and kneel before Zod. Dude, the kneel before Zod is so good in that.
Kneel before Zod.
And then when the president kneels to him, he says, "Oh God, Zod."
Come on, a little Rocky 4 for 1985.
No. Rocky 4 and Rocky 5 never happened for me.
Yeah, you're doing Goonies though, right? I think
we kind of have to.
Yeah,
we're doing that.
We're one I grew up with. It's a good movie, but it's not one of my go-to nostalgia ones. Yeah.
I think we are doing good, but here's what we definitely are doing. We're definitely doing OG Back to the Future because that came out in 85.
Oh, of course.
And we're also doing The Breakfast Club. We're doing that one.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good one. Yeah.
So we'll be here for both of those, but I don't know if we might be doing one for the Goonies.
Yeah.
Which is fun because there's also going to be a 40th anniversary cast reunion at AwesomeCon in Washington, D.C., where I'm going this year in April. So that's going to be fun. And speaking of which, Austin, there's going to be a 35th anniversary cast reunion of TMNT.
Yes.
Which I'm very excited about. Very, very good to me. The only problem is Corey Feldman's prices are ridiculous, so he won't be able to sign my Donatello collectible because I'm not paying X amount of money for that. But the other actors are going to sign their NECA figures, which includes Judith Hogue as April O'Neil, Josh Pace as Raphael, and Brian Tochi as Leonardo. Because I already met Robbie Riss / Michelangelo in a previous event. So
yeah.
Got to get my other 3 figures signed there, buddy.
Oh, man. Monco and Mortimer got caught trying to rip off the money in the safe room. They got caught.
Oh, and I've already met Kevin Clash, who was the voice of Splinter, so I got him to sign his NECA figure.
Yeah.
Very nice man, by the way. They're all nice. Oh, they're getting...
Oh, man, they're getting whooped on right here. India just laughing like a maniac, yeah.
He's like the joke. Oh, so that's what that was. Okay. Hmm.
Again, all the close up of the faces. Leone loves his faces.
Mm-hmm.
Tarantino's a big fan of these movies, so that's why you'll see him do close ups of faces a lot as well.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Right.
Jeez, that's gonna be one heck of a. That's gonna be one heck of a convention here pretty soon.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I was looking at some notes here. Fan Expo in Portland is going to be insane. The guest list is absolutely out of control.
Yeah.
That's pretty insane. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I don't know if you've seen the news or not, but the guest list for MegaCon Orlando is just.
Yeah.
I mean, they got a lot of first timers coming to that thing.
The next one I might go to might be the SC Comic Con in Greenville. So that might be the next
Sure.
one, like April. So that might be the next
Yeah.
one to go to.
Oh, that's April 7th.
That's one I took. So I took my girlfriend. I took her. She had never been to any kind of Comic Con at all. So we went to one of the 1 day ones down in Greenville.
How'd it go?
And it was called SC Comic Con Junior. So it wasn't as big,
Mhm.
but they still had a few people. But even just to walk around because you had just never been to one and experienced, all the nerddom, and fandom
She
of
enjoy it?
everything. And yeah, no, she had a blast. Yeah, we picked up a few cool little things. I picked up a few Joker things over there on my wall. That's where I picked up some of that artwork. I picked up some Godzilla Funko Pops that have been missing at a different table. Not as many T-shirts as you would have thought. I like to pick up T-shirts, but not much T-shirts going on there. It's a little disappointing. But yeah, we're gonna go to a few here and there. There's one in Concord. Mad Monster Party. I might take her to that one. It's a horror convention, so they'll have more
Mhm.
T-shirts. They always have T-shirts at horror conventions, but she had a great time. We had a good time. Just she was kind of overwhelmed with everything. Just like where do we even start? Just walking around and everybody in cosplay. It was a fun time. So it's good times.
And now you're going to SC Comic Con. So that's cool.
SC Comic Con, I think, might be the next one. Well, again, that Mad Monster we might go pop in on, but make a day out of it. But SC Comic Con, as far as something nearby, it's just about an hour down the road, not too
Mhm.
far.
Nice.
So, yeah, they got so far announced Dean Cain. I've already met him though. I met him years ago. Some actual comic people. Vincent D'Onofrio is going to be there, so that's a good one. Old Kingpin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Kingpin.
Full Metal Jacket. Yeah, that's a good one. John Delancey, who I've met already in Knoxville, met him. Already got a picture.
Yeah.
Q. Again, a couple of people here and there. Comic people, kind of. Jonathan Frakes announced for that, so that's cool. Might get to go finally get Riker.
Xanatos. It's also Xanatos and Gargoyles.
Yeah. The Hardy Boys will be there, so my girl will be happy. She's a big Jeff Hardy fan.
Yeah.
Kane Hodder, I've already met. Vicki Lawrence from Mama's Family.
Jeez.
Yeah. Priscilla Presley from the Naked Gun movies.
That's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, no, that might be kind of cool. So yeah, a few decent people announced so far. So yeah, D'Onofrio, I'm sure we'll have a hell of a line because he's got quite the oeuvre of films,
And the trailer just dropped for Daredevil Born Again.
Metal Jacket, the MCU stuff with him, Men in Black, Law and Order, he's had quite the
Criminal
career.
Intent, yeah.
Yeah,
I have some Criminal Intent DVDs. I would have him sign the cover of those because man, Criminal Intent is so good.
Yeah.
And
I'm a Kubrick guy, so I would probably get something from Full Metal Jacket.
Full Metal Jacket, yeah.
Yeah, because he's great in that movie.
Mm.
I love Kubrick movies.
Seems like Man with No Name and Mortimer are trying to escape here.
Yeah, no, they were able to break out of their little room, but yeah, unfortunately, they don't have their weaponry and stuff. They got to figure out what to do here and how to get away with the money here.
What's the expression? We got to improvise.
Yeah, I'm gonna come up with a new plan.
Improvise naturally.
But Indio's thinking 3 steps ahead though too.
Oh,
he knows he's got his intel. He knows they're bounty hunters, but he wants to see what they do.
How long have you known the uncle's a bounty killer?
I knew he was one from the first moment he arrived.
Found out tonight. Why?
Mm-hmm.
I knew he was.
The one's also a bounty killer. I have an idea.
The other one's also a bounty killer. Yeah, I don't know why they don't say bounty hunter, but I guess.
See, they're gonna reduce the shares a little bit here, Ryan.
Mm.
He's going to sacrifice a few of his gang members so they don't have to spread the money around as much. So he said,
It's not-
let them break out. Let them break out, and they're good with the gun. They'll take out some of my guys. I'll just keep around the few loyal ones, and we'll make off with the cash. You know what I'm saying? So
pulling off.
just like the Joker in The Dark Knight, taking
Yeah.
out all the different guys in the opening scene, less shares. Less shares to go around. We're gonna pick off a few of the guys from their backs. So. Mm-hmm. He's
Go
just
on
gonna
and
keep
chill.
just couple of his loyal guys, and everybody else is expendable, as they say.
Expendable.
Yeah.
There was a video that came out the other day. Watch Mojo top 20 worst movies of the century so far, and one of them is Expendables 4.
Oh, Expendables 4, yeah. I didn't hate it as much as everybody else seemed to hate it because it turned into a Jason Statham Die Hard movie, and I didn't mind that. But yeah, that movie's not great, and a lot of wasted potential in that movie because you have Tony Jaa and Iko Uwais from The Raid in that movie, and they're completely wasted. And I love The Raid, so I was excited for that, but they don't use them well enough at all.
Mm-hmm. And we were talking about this earlier with comic book movies with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They put Kraven the Hunter, Morbius, and Madam Web, 3 of the worst movies of the century so far.
That might seem a little bit overkill because again, they need to watch more movies. They go for the low hanging fruit. The absolute worst movie I saw last year, and it's the worst movie I've seen in decades. And the worst thing I've ever seen in a theater was a movie called Not Another Church Movie, which actually got released in theaters.
Yeah.
And it's maybe one of the worst things I've ever seen. Period. And I've seen a lot of stuff, right? A lot. So it takes a lot to say.
You've seen a plethora.
So yeah, don't get me wrong. Madam Web, Craven, they're bad, but to call them the worst of the century, you need to watch more movies. Watch Mojo. Okay,
well, I'll tell you what. Go back and look at the tape. Look at the video that they put out yesterday, 2 days ago. It's top 20 movies of the either top 20 of the century so far, or of the day, whichever it was. But it's there. It's there. Trust me.
Yeah.
Just watch the tape, man.
I just think they go for the mainstream stuff that everybody knows, and there are way worse movies out there if you dig around. Even that get released in theaters, in my opinion.
There was no mention of superhero movie, disaster movie, date movie, all those spoof movies.
Those are way worse than Craven and Madam Web. Man, disaster movie is one of the worst movies ever made. Period.
Mm-hmm.
It's horrendous.
What was the one that came before that? Meet the Spartans. That's not even on there.
Is bad. Yeah, all those movies are terrible. Yeah, epic movie. But even stuff like Norbit. How's Norbit? Isn't that on the list? There are way worse movies that are just embarrassing. See, now Indio's put on a little show because he shot his own guy, and now he's going to pretend, oh, he betrayed us. I had to shoot him.
I want him back.
I want them back right now.
I want them back right now.
Yeah. He's a maniac in this movie, man, but he's great. I love his performance.
He's very cold and calculating.
Get him back. He's going to spread them out, tell them to go get him so they all get shot.
What are you doing here? Go and get him. Go and get them back. Mm-hmm. These 2 bounty killers are sitting on our backs. They must be killed right away.
We can't let them go free.
For those you wondering why we're bringing up so many fun facts and random quotes at the most random times for Austin and I here in the studio,
that's what we do.
Which we kind of do sometimes, but it's the 60th anniversary watch-along of Clint Eastwood's Western for a few dollars more. Do not forget to like and share this with all of your closest friends. If you're watching this live on a replay, thank you for doing that. If you want to watch this movie along with us from the comfort of your own home on physical media or a streaming service, Austin, where are we at in the film?
Yeah, we about the 150 and some change mark. We're Eastwood, Mortimer and Monco are loading up their guns. They're getting ready for the big final gun battle with the gang here. So, we're gonna have ourselves a little shootout. But as with Leone does, it's a shootout, but only to a degree. He's going to have the big shootout, but we're going to end with the one-on-one, the Mexican standoff, because that's what it. Just like in Good, Bad, and the Ugly, we have that big scene of the big war battle. Near the end with the Civil War scene. With the bridge, they build the bridge and all that. But the ending of the movie is the 3-way Mexican standoff because he likes to end things, with a nice tension building. Either one-on-one or 1-on-3. Whatever the case is. the big action, and then we slow it down and bring it back to the characters, the main characters. So you get a little bit of everything here.
Mm-hmm. But there's one thing you forgot. Open it up now.
Yeah, now one of the guys caught on to Indio, and he wants to hightail it with some of the money. Thinks he's going to turn on him, which he is. He's not wrong. Open it up.
Open it up. Open it up.
It's a great laugh. It's a great, like, Joker laugh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Looks like it's just a wanted poster, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. He's got the money stashed somewhere else. All right, I'm getting ready for a shoot. Here comes the gang. Hunt them down. We got to be strategic about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Leave it to me. All right.
Look at that look on that face. My
Oh,
goodness.
yeah.
He's ready to go. Leave
In
India.
his business, leave India to me.
All right. Which is the gift that you and I exchanged.
Yeah, yeah.
In preparation for this episode of Movie Watchalong. It was like, you get
right.
it next week, and you're like, all right.
All right. All right.
All right. Where is it? Where the hell is it?
Yeah.
Indio would have made an interesting, different take on the Joker.
Hey, he could have been an Italian Joker. I'd be wrong with that. It's sort of like how, Cesar Romero was basically a Mexican Joker.
That's right.
He was great, and with his mustache.
That you can clearly see through the face paint.
Oh yeah, yeah, but it's great.
It's kind of annoying for me as a Joker fan.
He was a heartthrob, man, but he was a fun Joker. I like him.
I don't know. You know my stance on 60s Batman, but it's.
I love 60s Batman, and to me, there's never an incorrect version of like Batman or the Joker, because there's been so many incarnations in the comics. When people say, "Oh, I don't like it. It's not comic accurate." What's comic accurate when you got a character that's been around for 80 years? Yeah, you know what I mean? There's been many incarnations. That's why Adam West's Batman is just as accurate as a Batman as Christian Bale or Michael Keaton or the animated version or whatever. Same with the Joker. Like you can pick your style of Joker. I think Cesar Romero is very accurate to like the 40s Joker in some of those comics. Very over the top, very silly. The crazy contraptions. It's accurate to that. And then obviously some people prefer like a Heath Ledger, or Joaquin Phoenix, whatever. So it's whatever your style is, Jack Nicholson, whatever your style is, you can kind of latch on to one, which is great about that fandom.
Jesus Marimba. Lovely beasts like that roaming around. Put steam in a man's stride.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's one of the great. Yeah.
And the reason he wore so much purple is because he was inspired by the original iteration of the Joker in the comics and Cesar Romero. So
right. Yeah. Boom.
Which I totally get.
Double shot.
And by the way, people always make this argument with me, like, well, the reason you don't like the 60s Batman is because that's how the comics were written in the 60s. I'm like, yeah, but
well, no, I mean, if you just don't like that style or the way they portray it, that's fine. I mean, I just if I'm in the mood for it, I really like the Adam West Batman. Just say, I'm in the mood for it sometimes. Just something silly, and I can dig it, But I can enjoy that and also enjoy the Dark Knight. It's not easy. People think it's got to be one or the other. Like I can enjoy both depending on what I'm in the mood for.
That's true. Fair enough. I can't remember when this movie came out. It's an action movie, Hard Target. When did that come out?
Hard Target is 93. I've got the 4K over there. Yeah.
Darn it.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna say, I knew there was
Yeah.
a Jean-Claude movie that had an anniversary last year, which was Street Fighter, which we didn't do, unfortunately. I would have liked to have done it, but it's all right.
Yeah, 95 Van Damme is Sudden Death, I believe. His Die Hard movie, the one in the hockey arena.
Yeah, I saw it. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay. It's not great, but I do like the fact that Powers Booth is in it.
Yeah, no, he's all right. My favorite of Van Damme is Bloodsport. I enjoy a little Bloodsport.
Do you prefer that over Hard Target though?
Yeah, Bloodsport's
Oh
my
man,
favorite.
I think Hard Target is way better.
Hard Target is fun. I've just watched Bloodsport a little more, and I like it. I met Donald Gibb from Bloodsport, Ogre from Revenge of the Nerds, and he's great.
Oh,
And I just like the fact that it's basically a Mortal Kombat movie, essentially. Just
okay.
a round tournament thing. It's a lot of fun.
Bloodsport. Yeah. Now I break you like I break your friend.
I have no less than 3 Bloodsport shirts, so
You have 3 Bloodsport shirts.
I have one of Chong Li, just him pointing, and it says "You are next, you are next," and then I have a Bloodsport shirt of Van Damme doing the splits, and it just says Bloodsport. Yeah, I have a Kumite shirt. Yeah, I love Bloodsport, man. You know me, I got shirts for everything in there, man. I love it.
Oh man, I don't know. I just really couldn't get into Bloodsport. I couldn't get into it. That's why I like Hard Target more.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I like Street Fighter for because I watched it so many times growing up as a kid on VHS, and then I've come to like Time Cop a lot.
Time Cop's fun.
I think Time Cop's a good movie.
Time Cop's fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great opening.
Feel free to rewatch that. That's a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, Mia Sara is in that, so.
Yeah. Indio's just chilling, letting the shootout happen, just listening to everybody die inside here.
He's got the wristwatch or the what do you call it? It's not a wristwatch, is it? It's a
pocket watch.
Yeah. Pocket watch. Thank you. Jeez, why am I struggling with the words today, man? Pocket watch.
Yeah, they didn't have wristwatches then. Back then, it was pocket watches.
Did they? If someone has a replica of this watch with the chime plan, dude, that'd be a killer thing to have in your collection, wouldn't it?
Right. Yeah.
Does anyone know if anyone makes those on Etsy?
I don't know. They make all kinds of stuff. See, because here's credited the first wristwatch, again, according to Guinness World Records, in 1886. So that's 14 years after this movie.
Wow.
As a piece for a countess that somebody made.
Thank you.
But yeah, there were early versions of them earlier than that, but they weren't kind of the typical ones we know now. But as far as the modern style wristwatch, the late 1800s that you could strap to your wrist, actually. Yeah, before then, most of the time it was just, you see all these old movies where people have the chain, the pocket watch, attached to their coat, things like that. So old school pocket watches. Pop it open, click it open. There you go.
Well, this woman doesn't seem too happy with what's transpiring.
Yeah, no, it's a little uncomfortable there. Yeah, Indio's doing some bad things here. But it just makes you hate him more, So what's going to come to him eventually? And he shoots her. You get a little bit of blood here. A little bit of blood coming outside there. So we still don't know exactly who she is or what the relationship is, but we'll find out here very, very shortly. Mortimer's calling him out. They've run through all the gang. Colonel Mortimer. Douglas Mortimer.
This is Colonel Mortimer.
Yeah.
Douglas Mortimer. Does the name mean anything to you?
Yeah.
Oh, I think Indio's trying to put 2 and 2 together here.
Yeah, he's starting to figure it out. But he's going to show him what he means in a minute because he's going to have the other watch.
Oh, the other watch. That's right.
Yeah, Mortimer's got the other one that was in the 2-pack, the gift. A lot of rifles hanging on the wall back there. They've run through the gang members, so it's time to get down to the final boss here. Get down to Indio. It's a good shot of Mortimer right there. Yeah, I'll have to send you a picture after the show, Ryan, of my my Eastwood portrait I have, the art, the artist rendering thing that I have when you literally walk in the door of my house in the main hallway. So it's pretty cool.
Oh, definitely. I want to see that for sure.
That. It's very, very cool. Uh-oh. Indio's pretty proficient with the gun too. It's a good shot. We're going to get our Mexican standoff here with Van Cleef. What's interesting about the movie is, you think if you ever watch this movie for the first time, you think it's going to be Eastwood versus Indio, but it's actually Mortimer. Yeah, Mortimer's movie. It's going to pull up the chime here. When the chime stops, just try. Doesn't have his gun. Indio's trying to cheat a little bit here. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Working into the score. Nice over the shoulder shots here from Leone. Back and forth. Setting up the distance and just some great portrait shots here. Great kind of 1,000-yard stare from John and Lee Van Cleef here. And what's going to happen here? Chime's winding down. There's going to be a swerve. And there's the other chime. Uh-oh, what's this? The other watch. Took it from Mortimer. Eastwood's going to even it up here. Make it a fair duel.
It's about to get real serious here.
He's Eastwood is interjecting. He's going to a fair duel. It's like, okay, you guys want to have a duel? You can have your duel, but it's going to be fair. Eastwood's going to moderate the process, if you will, here, Ryan. It's going to moderate, make sure there's no shenanigans.
He's got a watch too.
Well, he took it off of Mortimer. He stole it from him. He pickpocketed him. Very careless of you, old man.
Very careless of you, old man.
Uh-huh.
Does Indio know who Mortimer is?
He does now, yeah. Well, we still don't know what Mortimer has to do with the flashbacks. We still don't really totally know yet, but we know he's got something personal with Indio here.
Try this.
Yeah, all right, borrow my gun. Yeah, now we start. Oh yeah. Da-na-na. Oh man, kicking the music. This is great stuff, man. This is classic Sergio Leone. Great standoff here. This is almost like the Good, Bad, and the Ugly with the three-way in the circle, but only Eastwood's not technically part of this one. But yeah, that's the swerve in the movie. You think it's going to be Eastwood, facing off with Indio, but no, it's Mortimer's movie. It's Mortimer facing off with Eastwood with Indio here. But you get these long, extended, tension-building standoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Get to see everybody's faces, little close-ups here, back and forth. Da-na-na. It always goes on at like a beat longer than you think it would. The one in The Good, Bad, and the Ugly, the stare downs go down for like 3 minutes. It's insane with the music, like you just keep waiting for it. Same with this, we bring the music back down, working it into the score.
Is the secret ever revealed?
Yeah, he does it after he shoots him right here.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Spoilers for a 60-year-old movie.
yeah, right. And that's winding down.
Oh,
he's getting ready to pull.
That look.
See the little bead of sweat coming down his eye. Oh, it's great. Eastwood's boom. Mortimer's a little fast on the trigger though. Got him.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh, Indio's still going.
Yeah, he's still going, but not for long. And you got him though.
Got him.
Bravo.
Bravo.
Yeah, right.
so like
Bravo.
chill. Yep,
Oh
you got
yeah,
it.
no, I mean, well, he would have taken down Indio had Mortimer gone down. You know what I mean? Like he's gonna let him get away or anything like that.
Mhm.
Just he just wanted to see what happens. Yep. Now see, now he's gonna get the reveal. So there's the watch.
The watch.
We see the picture on the inside, the lady.
When the chimes end, pick up your gun.
Yeah.
Which he said earlier. Looks like it's the same woman in both watches, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Hmm.
Seems to be a family resemblance.
There seems to be a family resemblance.
Mm-hmm.
Here.
Naturally. Between brother and sister. That was his sister. The connection. Mortimer was that young lady's sister, so it was a revenge mission more than anything.
Mm-hmm. That's why I like revenge movies, man. They're the best.
And you don't know it's a revenge movie until the very end, that it was a revenge movie the whole time. You think it's just
you become rich, old man. No, it's all for you.
No, and the whole thing, and Mortimer doesn't want the money. He just wanted India.
What about our partnership?
Maybe next time.
Maybe next time.
Mortimer, and you got to figure, as good as Mortimer is, as we've seen in the beginning of the movie, Ryan, he's got money. He's good. He didn't need it. You know what I mean? Like he's probably like Eastwood. He's mounted up quite a few high-profile bounties.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a good chunk of change. Stashed away in banks and stuff.
I thought he would have wanted at least a bit of a cut of that money.
No, he didn't need it. This was a personal thing. So he just wanted to get it Indio. He just knew he couldn't get to Indio without some help. So he got, Eastwood's here.
That's a lot of bodies in that wagon.
Yeah, Eastwood's he's going to count it up here. It's pretty funny. There's one last guy. It's a nice little button on the joke. He's counting up the money here.
Oh, he's counting up the money. Yeah.
The other guy, that swirly guy, that kind of, the groggy guy, I think his name was, hanging around 10,000, 12,000.
12,000.
15. It's a lot of money.
16. He's got 16. Wait a minute, 17.
Each guy's worth like $1,000 or $2,000, 4,000 here and there. 22. He's missing one. Boom. One last one. Eastwood gets the final shot. 27.
27. Oh, and they're any trouble, boy?
Oh man. No, man.
Thought I was having trouble with my adding.
Yeah.
It's all right now. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, there's a little bit of blood. There it is.
Yeah, just a little bit. You can do a whole lot, but you can do a little bit. Man, $27,000 roughly. Again, this is as of the year 1900. So it might even be more back then, but yeah, pretty close to $1 million. He just pulled there. So in inflation.
That's good for you to retire on, right?
No, you could definitely retire. Oh, in 1872, yeah, he's $27,000, but he's going to easily retire. You could buy a nice ranch and a homestead for just a couple of grand. You know what I mean? So he's going to have that and plenty to spare to live on. So he's good. And early retirement for Monco, and he's going to be all right.
And he's got the giant wagon with the horses.
Oh,
so
yeah,
he's good. He's pretty much good to go anywhere he wants.
Yeah, wheel them all into probably El Paso or wherever, and cash in.
El Paso.
I mean, add to whatever money he already had, because he's already got a decent amount of money. And that's the bag of money.
Oh, my good.
So he doesn't steal this, though. He takes it and takes it back for a reward.
Oh.
Because his reward is going to be the reward for that plus the bodies plus the gang. So he's going to take it back. He's not that bad of a guy. He's not going to steal the bank money.
Oh, well, there it is right there.
Take it back for the and return it. So
that's crazy how much money that guy just made.
Oh yeah, he just made a ton of money.
With help, but he still gets all the money.
Oh yeah, he got all the money.
All the money.
And Mortimer got what he wanted. He got Indio. So
dun, 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 dun. When I was promoting this on social media, when I was on TikTok, I know apparently TikTok didn't get banned after all.
Yeah.
Still here, guys. It's still here for some odd reason. But I posted this on social media, and when the music I used in the background was the chiming of the watch.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun.
And I
There you go.
guarantee you, nobody knew what it was unless you're a diehard fan of the movie.
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of, for a few dollars more, the Clint Eastwood Western, turning 60 this year, if you could believe that. Austin, final thoughts, and on a scale of 1 to 10, what are you going to give this bad boy?
I mean, like I've said, and let me close up my tab here with the movie on it, so I don't have the music on. It's
Hello.
great music, but no, man, like I said at the beginning, this has over the years just become the Western I go back to over and over again. I think it's one of the most entertaining ones. It's one that just has a great pace to it. It continues to move. You get to know all your three main characters extremely well, and I just like this story of the two badass bounty hunters coming together to fight a kind of a greater evil. Just works for me again. Just a little bit more than the Good, Bad, and the Ugly. Again, no shade against that movie. I'm a big Sergio Leone fan. I like all these movies. But yeah, I think this one just has all the ingredients to really make something great. Great music cues. It's just Leone kind of at the top of his game here with all the cinematography and the close-ups and the camera shots and just great character work as well. And yeah, I love Lee Van Cleef, man. He's quickly becoming one of my favorite guys. That's why I watch all of his spaghetti westerns as well. But I love this style of western and the little grungier, a little dirtier, and just a little more fun for me personally. So yeah, it's a 10 out of 10. This is one of my favorites of all time. Like I said, it's in my kind of top 25 or so of all time. And I just dig it, man. And I'll continue to watch it over and over again. It's one of the movies we broke in when I first got my nice entertainment center in my new theater chairs. We broke this one. It was one of the first movies I put on for me and my folks. So it will always be one of my favorites of all time. So yeah, thanks for letting me talk about it.
Giddy up, man. I mean, I'm telling you, Austin, I'm learning all kinds of new things about you every month, every week, every year that we have you on these shows. Learning all kinds of new things. But listen, man, that's why we love having these personalities here with us on these shows to share their fun facts, their memories, behind the scenes tidbits, which you had a lot of those, by the way. And the other thing is, you got all these box sets from Arrow Video, I think it's called, just sitting around. I'm like, dude, I got to get on the Arrow Video newsletter or something. Like, do they have a newsletter service that you?
No, I have an email service, and they send me out. Yeah, when they do their sales, when they have their new releases.
Man, let's go.
They put out some excellent, both Blu-rays and 4Ks, and they always put great effort into the special features and whatnot. So yeah, one of those boutique labels that really, it's like Arrow, Shout Factory, Vinegar Syndrome, Severance. There's always different great boutique labels that really put good effort into their releases and try to give these movies the proper respect that they deserve. Kino Lorber's another one. That's the one I have currently for a few dollars more. That's my Kino Lorber Blu-ray. So lots of special features. Always good to see when these classic movies, get their special, because I have the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly one as well, and for a few dollars more, there's the Good, and Bad, and the Ugly over there. So I might eventually upgrade into 4K, we'll say, but they have all the same things. But yeah, lots of commentaries, lots of featurettes, old school interviews. So they that's another label, Kino Lorber, that puts a lot of their effort into it as well. So I like the fact that physical media is alive and well if you know where to look. It's really great.
Yeah, absolutely. I got to subscribe to the Arrow Video. What do you call it?
I subscribe to the Shout Factory one, the Kino Arrow. I'm on all their lists for their emails and whatnot, and I get all their kind of pre-orders and releases, and and they pick up stuff when they go on sale, man. Even Barnes and Noble, like Criterion, does half off Arrows every now and then. I just picked up my Demolition Man Arrow 4K.
Yes, you did. You did that last time we saw you.
Boom! There's my 50% off Barnes and Noble. I haven't cracked it yet, but my Demolition Man 4K there. So there you go. That's a nice little release.
Nice stuff. Well, for me, for a few dollars more after rewatching, because it's been a minute since I've seen this movie, to be perfectly honest with you. But it's good stuff. It's a good Western, moves along at a pretty good pace, and there's good setup between the three main characters, the antagonist, the two protagonists, or you think they're, maybe one of them is an antagonist, just pretending to be. It's bounty hunters doing this, doing that. It's a gray area, folks. It's a gray area, but it's great stuff. It's a great movie. If you're not familiar with the Western genre, if you're not familiar with Ennio Morricone or Sergio Leone, and you want to check out some of these spaghetti westerns starring Eastwood that made him a household name to a certain degree, check them out. They're great. All three of them are the Dollars trilogy, as it's known as, or some people call it on the box set that I own it on. It says the Man with No Name trilogy.
Yes.
So there is that. So check it out. It's great stuff. I give this movie scale 1 to 10. Probably give it a solid 8. I like it. It's good stuff.
It gets better the more you watch it, so keep watching. It's great.
I know. I gotta watch it more times, Austin. That's my problem. I've only seen this movie 2 or 3 times, so I'm a little behind you.
Yeah, no, you got to watch it about 112 times, and then it becomes.
Yeah. Gotta watch 100. I gotta watch this movie a couple hundred more times. But this was great, right? But yeah, no, this is a fun movie, or not a fun movie, but it's a great Western movie. It's a good action movie. It's a drama. It's a bit dark, bit gritty, and I like it. So check it out. Check us all out. This is gonna be a great time. We got a lot of great movies planned for this new season, new year of movie watch along. It's gonna be a great time. Austin, if someone wants to know more about you or the great things you're doing over there, where can they follow you?
Yeah, no, you can follow me over on the Movie Hero Network, which I'll be in about a few minutes. I actually have to bounce right after my plugs here, so I apologize for the quick exit, but I've got to send out a link for another show. I'm a busy man, as Ryan knows. But yeah, over on the Movie Hero Network is mainly where you can find me. It's right below my name right there. We have a Facebook group you can join. Ryan promotes a lot of his stuff in there as well, so you can find us over there. And yeah, over there we do all kinds of different shows. We do tournament fights, tier ranker fights, Wheel of Movies, Seen and Heard trivia. Yeah, we do podcasts. We've got some 2024 wrap-up podcasts we've been doing all month. So yeah, you can find me over there talking about all kinds of stuff. So yeah, and I'm looking forward to whatever the next one I'll be on. Ryan, thanks for having me, as always.
Giddy up, man. Thanks for being here. Wish you all the best. Take care of yourself, and don't do anything I wouldn't do. My name is Ryan of Anti-Quote Channel. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram personally at RyanRPM5. Follow us across all forms of social media simply at Anti-Quote Channel. Links to where you can follow Austin and his crew are going to be located in the description of this video down below. So make sure you check that out. Lots of great things coming your way very soon. Again, movie watch along are the second, third, and fourth Fridays of each month, respectively, at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And also, Anti-Quote is on Saturdays at 12 p.m. EST. And then the first Friday of every month is the meeting of fandoms. So that's where we celebrate all kinds of fandoms and things around those parts of the woods. So also, we are on the road to 5,000 subscribers. Once we do, we'll go through a great big live stream celebration that will include returning favorites, some special guests, and some special giveaways that you, the incredible viewer/subscriber, are going to be eligible to win. We got merch that's on sale right now. We got shirts, we got hoodies, we got coffee mugs, we got stickers, all kinds of great things on sale in our Redbubble store. Links are in our social media bios, so make sure you check those out. Also, if you're a fan of words on a page, you like books, and you want to discover the Western and you want to explore the Western genre a bit more, it's we got Six Gun Legends from Flinch Books and Spurs and Six Shooters, Tales of the Old West from Stormgate Press. So check out those Western anthologies presented by both Flinch Books and Stormgate Press that are available on Amazon right now. Also, a new author to the Western genre, Howard Donovan's got his new series called Rugged. Number 1, it's called The Outcast, which is available right now on stormgatepress.com and also available on Amazon. So check out those books that take place in the Western genre. Support indie authors and indie publishers. We would greatly appreciate it. Thank you again for joining us for this episode of Movie Watch Along. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, ring the bell to be notified of when our videos go up or they go live. And happy 60th anniversary to the entire cast and crew of For a Few Dollars More.
Well, there's such a big reward offered unto you gentlemen that I thought I might just tag along on your next robbery. Might just turn you into the law.
Naturally. I'll be in the tavern. The air around here stinks anyway. Just like the food. But the month will go fast.
I'm letting you leave, hero. That's so you can tell everybody you've seen what takes place here.
Didn't hear what the bet was.
Your life.